I would like if there was like a podcast setup where I knocked on your guy's door and Chris Hansen comes up. No, it's Joe Rogan. It's like, take a seat right over here. Take a seat right over here. Now, do you want to talk about venison?
No, elk meat?
Yeah, elk meat. Yeah, and I've been doing intermittent fasting. Have you?
I actually do intermittent fast. But, hey!
I had a roommate who was a comedian who he would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to get into intermittent fasting," and then he would like come home. I don't know if he would eat all day or not, but he would come home with a barbecue tray and then pound back Miller High Lifes. One time I came home.
Oh my god!
And he had there was like a dollop of it's blackout dark. I'm shit faced. It's 7 a.m. I finally get home to lay down. I pull up the covers. It's dark. Get in. And I'm like, oh God, what the fuck is in my bed? Like it was Godfather style shit. I thought there was a horse head in there.
Oh, of course, because that happens.
Yeah, it was just a dollop of barbecue chicken down my bed, and then like coleslaw everywhere.
What the fuck?
He apparently had gotten shit faced in my room and eaten barbecue, and then I looked around and there were 40 bottles.
Nice.
So you're like, but before you get to the point where you recognize what's going on, you're like moving around, like squishing your toes in it. Like, what is this?
It was in the small of my back.
Oh
That was
God!
the worst part.
You're like picking the shit out of your back hair.
I just say he was having a dream.
I
He
was
on the
so
beach.
goddamn angry too.
Yeah.
I went for like Lethal Weapon Mel Gibson. Like, I don't care if he kills me. Wake up.
Were you jacking off and eating barbecue in my bed again? I told you never.
Jacking off with barbecue. Yum. All right, guys. We're going to do the real introduction now. Welcome to A Drink and a Joint, episode 63. We are here. We are here with our new best friend for life, Ben Levin.
Hey,
it is
nice to
not
meet you
pronounced Levin, you fucking
Levine.
idiots.
Yeah, you did this to me.
Fucking
Levine.
zeitgeist of humanity.
Yeah, you Zionist. Is that it? Is that
Zionist?
right? I don't
fucking,
know.
You,
Like Jamaican.
yeah,
Right?
fucking, you fucking Rastafarians. I mean, but there,
Bumbleclut.
yeah, there is not an E at the end of your name, so how was I to know that it was Levine?
Levine.
I assume.
Adam? Levine? Is it Levine or Levine?
He is Levine.
Yeah. Is it with a E?
There's an E.
Yeah, he's got an E on the end of his name.
Yeah.
I have no explanation for mine. That my Jewish family fell out of money in religion because I think everybody just found out about speed.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll take it right out of you. I'll take the God right out of you.
So are you Jewish?
Yeah.
You don't look Jewish.
I know.
Yeah.
Right.
What does that mean at this day and age? I
It means
you know,
that
Look at
if I
his
want
nose.
to
he
use,
doesn't look
Look at his
like he's
nose.
from Jerusalem. Right.
If
From
he,
Israel
if he
or
doesn't
something.
have a nose 3 times too big for his face and curly cues
Damn,
off the
dude.
side of his
Talking
head,
about
you all
Hasidic
heard
Jews,
it
though.
here, folks.
We're
We
racist.
yeah, this is the racism podcast. I'm the
sorry, I don't
Owner
like
of the
Jews. What do you want
racist
me to
Right?
do?
I don't like. Damn. Now, what about people that convert though?
Fuck
Right?
'em.
Oh, that's a huge percentage. You can't say you don't look Jewish.
I don't think your family didn't convert. You guys were always Jewish, right?
yeah.
There's
We
a-
just everybody. I think everybody. One person now is Christian.
Practicing.
Yeah, yeah. There's I celebrated one Hanukkah.
Oh, so they hopped to
We've had-
Christianity? They didn't just back out entirely?
They switched teams.
They switched
Yeah.
teams.
Oh, wow.
They fucking traitors.
That's why you can't trust a Jew.
God damn it, he's in the hard. I was not expecting this.
Oh, you
Making
didn't
me
know?
uncomfortable.
You didn't know I was coming in hot today?
Then I had a botched date in high school where we I celebrated Hanukkah with her and it was like really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all gamble actual money on Hanukkah? I've had
No,
some friends
they-
that actually use like
Oh,
gold
they did?
coins and stuff like that.
Shit, dude.
But some people use
Actual
candy and
shekels?
shit, right?
Yeah, we used candy. It was
Did you say
super lame.
shekels?
Yeah.
Schmeckle?
Schmeckles. I'll do it for 45
sense.
schmeckles.
Man, if I was a kid, I'd be wanting those real. Give me that real shit. Trying to make money tonight.
Now see,
I steal from my family.
we're really just going down the rabbit hole here, where I'm gonna be making a lot of like Jewish slurs.
How about we don't?
We're past the point of no
I'm doing
return
this
with
for your
Davey.
sake. I don't even care.
Yeah.
You know how many
Damn.
times I was called kike on the playground?
Oh,
my
Jesus,
God.
that is a that's the worst one, right?
That's the worst one.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Did
could
you
think
ever
of
get
some worse ones,
go
but-
fly a kite, anything like that?
Hey, I mean, at least that has some substance to it, you know. I'll give it
Yeah,
that.
there's something to that.
I'm
It's-
only a quarter Jewish too, so I'm not even sure if I can say it.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
can get called it. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I can say it.
Fourth, you can get called half. You can call it. people,
Okay, so
right?
you weren't given your K card.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I did not receive it at birth.
And they revoked it, of course, once you switched.
Yeah.
If you did have it.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
something like that.
This is weird. This is starting off real weird,
It's
Davey.
getting weird. You get me into
Hey,
a
man.
room, it
Oh,
either
yeah.
goes here or
Yeah, something
Here.
happens.
Yeah, well, you know, we usually crash and burn at about the 45-minute mark. So,
We're just starting a little early today.
yeah, it's fine. So, Ben, what got you into comedy in the first part? So we have to do the bullshit interview questions at some point.
Yeah.
That's a weird question though to ask.
It is a crazy question.
What traumatic event in your childhood made you want to make people laugh?
Like so many.
Yeah.
Oh God, more than I can count. I grew up in North Buttfuck, Georgia.
Okay.
Like
Oh, yeah. Where my aunt's from?
Flintstone. They're a little past that, like Chickamauga area, and I didn't really. There weren't kids around when I was small,
you can look
so
at us.
I didn't. Oh yeah. Hey,
There you go.
here we go. Wait, just a little bit up.
Yeah, get it where you want it.
There we go.
What? What are you already? Already, Toby's tapping in Todd Berry.
Hey, it's Todd Berry.
Oh, Toby, you fuck everything up all the time.
Here comes the dog.
Bumfuck Georgia.
Yeah, bumfuck Georgia. There weren't a lot of kids where I grew up, or at least before the trailer park was built, but that's another story. So what I would do is I'd just kind of try and entertain myself all day. I'd be home alone. Grandma was usually drunk.
Okay. Were you
yeah.
living with grandparents?
I was living with my grandma and my mom, and what I would do is I would watch comedy all day, pretty much.
Like stand-up specials, movies,
Either
both?
stand-up, specials, movies, shows. So, like, from a very young age, I was, like, super into South Park.
Hell yeah.
My dad actually, one week I was staying with him, he bought me, I think I was 8 years old, he bought me South Park's Bigger, Longer, Uncut. I was, like, 8.
Hell yeah.
And I just watched that movie on every family vacation. I would be in the back seat going, "Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker." And
Yeah.
my mom
Oh,
would just
dude.
be like, "What has happened?"
What was the?
I used to memorize that song. It used to be on every little, you know, those tiny little MP3 players that you used to have
Yeah.
back in the day that could
Oh,
hold
dude,
like
the
8
South
songs.
Park soundtrack was the first thing I would always.
It was
download.
that one. It was Shut Your Fucking Face. What was the Brian Boitano?
Brian- what would Brian
Brian
Boitano
Boitano
Yeah.
do?
And then what was the other one? The one that Cartman sang.
Kyle's mom is
Yeah.
a fat bitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Used to know that one by
That was a
heart.
good one.
Used to sing that
Did
to the kids on the playground.
Did they use the Jesus and Santa fighting at the end of that one? Did they bring that back?
No,
in the
no,
movie?
they
didn't?
had
What was
Satan
the
could
end?
kill Saddam Hussein.
Oh, okay. I
Just
love Satan's
fucking
character.
awesome.
Satan.
In the last Christmas special that they did, yeah. Did y'all see the last Christmas special that they did?
Huh.
Yeah, it
The
was
most
pretty
recent one?
great.
At the end, yeah, Jesus and
They're
Santa
all
were doing
drunk
coke.
driving.
Oh
together?
fuck yeah.
They so Tegrity Farms he like starts growing coca plants and making coke.
Oh hell
And then
yeah.
He gets Jesus and Santa try and like, no, seriously, it's really clean. Like, it just,
No, it's no burning
yeah,
whatsoever. It's just
he's
the
like, no,
drip is
I get
good.
it, but wait, oh, it's really nice.
Dude, Randy is one of my favorite fictional characters.
Oh yeah,
I
biggest
remember-
character arc that I've ever seen, right?
Dude, he's gone from being
Lord?
Yeah. He's gone from being a lowly geologist to being Lord. and now the owner and operator of Tegrity Farms.
In high school, I dressed up as Randy for an entire day.
Nice.
I just came to school. I used to huff a lot of paint.
Okay, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that a Georgia thing?
No, it's just boredom.
Okay.
And my dad used to like fraudulate checks. So.
Oh my God!
Nice.
Who are you? Where do you come from?
That's a good
trash.
skill.
I
I respect it.
I came from the trash, Charlie.
What kind of paint was it? Like
Busting
It was
off.
either so like high school was spray paint, but when I was a kid, I would always sit in front of MTV2 and huff paint thinner.
Oh, paint thinner now. That's
yeah,
different.
or like
That's worth it.
acetone.
It's worse.
It was just always
Worth
on the
it.
counter. And,
Yeah.
and then my dad, I remember he bought me all these modeling kits
Ooh, some
because I was
glue in it
super
or
into Star
something?
Wars. Yeah, and I just he realized like about a few months later I had not built a single goddamn thing.
And
But-
all the glue
was gone.
yeah, no, I did build Jabba the Hutt's palace, but it was just like it looked like this Ralph Steadman
Okay.
like horror,
Okay.
like
I like
Francis Bacon art piece where I had just poured the paint over it like a
Yeah.
and it was
I
all
thought-
like different colors, brown and tie-dye. It's like this is scary. My dad was like, "This is scary. Like, don't do this."
I thought you were gonna be like, and then I built Jabba Hutt's palace, which I don't remember doing because of the huffing.
I don't remember doing
No,
it. I
I
just
will-
remember
I
it being
respect
done
it.
brown. Just
Yeah.
poured.
No, I like it. I came from a past of huffing too. I huffed a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Freon.
What is it? Where did?
I've
Who
huffed
taught
that
you
shit
to
a lot.
huff?
You just learn it. You seek it out
Is that a natural thing that's built into our subconscious as human
I think
beings?
it's
to
like
get fucked up. Yeah, and you find out a way, and you keep doing it.
well, you realize if you sniff something and it
like
makes you
gas.
go-
I remember
yeah.
sniffing gas when I was really young too.
Yeah, same here.
It's just you trying out
What was
whatever
it-
you could get a hold
What was
of.
the things like? You're
Trying
too
get
young
fucked
to
up.
huff.
Because you're not even old enough for mids. You're fucking.
Well, you
what
can't
are gonna
find
do?
any.
Yeah.
So you get household chemicals.
Okay, so
And
just
huff
like
'em and shit.
get-
That's
getting
what I-
fucked up
So-
is just human nature.
What
I
I'm saying,
think
we
so.
got the
Yeah,
Denmark
human
route. We let
desperation.
kids get high.
Yeah.
Just legalize everything.
No, I mean
For children, not for adults.
No. Listen. I think if you legalize everything, there's one generation. Like I think within one generation that need to do it just because it's
yeah.
illegal. That rebel, that
Yeah.
rebel thing that's in everyone. I think it just takes one
Possibly.
generation to move that
There's
out.
still gonna be the desire. It'll
Well, yeah,
just
it's
be,
like in Denmark they still have like hundreds of thousands of people on the streets,
but not
that
addicts.
number's not right.
See,
They're
I think 100,000 on the streets. No, I
A
think
lot
the
of people.
addicts would go down, but I don't think I think the users would go up.
Yeah,
That's why I say one generation. It takes
Yeah.
one generation to figure it out. Because if that think about it, that first generation when everything's legal, they're gonna like kill themselves using it because like hell yeah, it's finally legal. But then their kids are gonna be like, "Mom got too fucked up." Like yeah, these
No,
things
I
are
think-
legal, but I
I
need
think
to
people
show
will
some
be a lot
restraint.
calmer about it because the taboo's gone, and now they're really figuring out whether they need it or not. You know, and not doing as much recreationally.
Well, also, I mean, what kid do you see doing the drugs the most? For me, living in North Georgia, it was always the kid who was too sheltered. And then by the
Yeah.
time he hit 16, he's just off the fucking rails.
It's the preacher's daughter thing. You know,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
liked to be fucked in the ass before every other girl. You know, preacher's daughter.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
you
definitely
go fuck
after
the preacher's daughter, you
and
go
then
fuck,
huff. That's some shit. Why you fucking the preacher's daughter? That's good. That's my
I like
childhood.
I like him.
yeah, then fucking huff some paint down by the railroad
God, I
tracks.
still do both of those
Oh.
things.
You would do them or you do them?
I would. No,
Okay.
I don't currently go find preacher's daughters. That's on right now.
Because you're a
It
grown
depends.
man.
Well, no, that daughters grow up.
Yeah,
They
but
can be
how
an old
long?
ass preacher?
Feasibly, how long can that preacher preach for, man?
70, 80?
You,
till he's
you've
falling
got
off the
you've got a
stage.
small margin of people that are preaching still with adult children. They retire,
Possibly,
dog.
yeah. But it's still a preacher's daughter. They were a preacher. They were a retired preacher.
Are you still a preacher's daughter after your father is not a preacher?
Yeah, if
I'm a rabbi's son.
yeah, see, it's something for life because it's like, what does your dad do for a living? Oh, he was retired. What was his job? A preacher.
So you're a preacher's
Yeah,
daughter.
let's just get
Well,
to the
not
point
anymore.
here. Like, shut up. Say you're a preacher's daughter. Fucking what? What the?
Prove my point.
This is for me.
Oh yeah, back to the start of comedy. I just remembered something. My vice principal at the time, can't name where, actually told me to sneak into JJ's.
Okay.
Because I would just sit and tell him dick jokes all day at lunch. I didn't have any friends. I would just sit there and be like, "Hey, is this funny?" He'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah. And so I snuck in. I did my first set, and the thing that I had in my head was that I had to remember everything verbatim. I thought taking notes up there, because you see it on, like, you see like a special.
Yeah.
They're not up there going like, and next joke.
I know, I see that. But
Yeah, but I had
there's
it in my
no
head.
shame in that.
Oh no, there isn't. Like I did. I don't know how the fuck I did that. I can't even like go up there without like at least one thing written down.
I tell him with songs and shit, like I'm gonna have some iPad up to remember. I can't remember lyrics worth shit. But he's the reverse way. He's like, he's the purist of like, no, you got to remember everything word for word, and all by memory.
I mean, it's possible. I've done theater. Like,
Yeah.
you just, I mean, you
I just have
really.
shit for memory. That's my
I have
problem
shit
is.
too. I just made stacks of fucking
Notes.
Yeah, literally just each line and then the line next.
Right. Well,
that's cool.
I think that's Joe Rogan says that's what he does. He has like his main points, you know, and that's the same thing. You know, I'm
That's
an
what
actor.
I do. Like my set lists aren't my full jokes anymore. It's just like either the
something
punchline
to
or
remind
the
you,
setup.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
that I like. It's just a reminder.
Well, yeah. So like when I'm like preparing for a role or something, like I do my best to memorize shit. But if I need it, I'll set up a cue card or something with just a word, like the beginning of a sentence or a phrase of something. Especially when you're doing like one of those like long ass monologues. Yeah, it's best to have like triggers.
Like, how many times can you turn the camera away from me during this monologue? Because I'm gonna be looking at notes.
No, it's Marlon Brando. On the set of like, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, notorious for forgetting his lines.
Well, yeah. So like in the Godfather, was he just in the first one?
Yeah, he dies in the first one.
Yeah. Okay. So in
spoilers.
Yeah. Fuck it. If you haven't seen this 30-year-old movie, there's a scene in that where he's like in his office and he's got his lines on just giant fucking boards throughout the room, so you'll see him looking around. Like, but that shit's smart to do because acting is super fucking easy.
You know, the end of Apocalypse Now is just 30 minutes of improv.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He literally, I think he came in shit-faced, and he's just like,
I'm gonna do it anyway.
You're an errand boy sent by grocery clerks to collect upon a bill.
No, see, that's good. Yeah.
oh, dude, I got impressions
You got
all day.
impressions?
Okay.
Well, who do you like to do?
One of my favorite ones is doing, like, Peter Griffin, because I hate Family Guy, and I know other people do, too.
You hate it because it's cheap?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I like American Dad.
American
that
Dad's
one
so
made-
much better.
Yeah, it really was.
Well, but you got to think he was 25 when he started Family Guy,
And they just had to stick to the method of it, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's what sold.
right?
And
So
they just
well,
kept
and that
to
was
it.
also his first thing. So like, of course, that's just going to be the big. It's very.
He's not a bad writer. He's written
Yeah.
for, like, Johnny Bravo. That's where he started, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He must have
that's
been. He
sweet.
must have been like 20.
Yeah, 20 on Johnny, and then he would
That's
do
cool.
promos for Adult Swim and stuff with Andy Merrill, the guy who does the Brack show.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Brad. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, I think Family Guy is just like his blanket show. Like it's got to be like
that check.
it's got to be pretty vanilla. You know what I mean?
Well, even when it's
in the-
not vanilla, they'll just do like God.
just in the sense that it's so broad.
Oh yeah.
Not vanilla in the sense of like what it covers, because you know you can't really push shit because South Park's so on it. They've made people okay with shit. So Family Guy can't do anything that South Park hasn't already done or kind of opened the door for. So like that shock comedy that they like to do, you know, where it's just like, oh, here's this gross shit, or here's this insane scenario where someone gets hurt real bad, or just some fucked up sex shit or something like that. Whereas
they use a lot of their comedies making you feel uncomfortable, or taking too long. They'll take too long pauses, or like
oh
Or
yeah,
they'll run a
drop
joke
shit.
for way too long.
exactly.
Just because like, isn't this funny? Isn't it funny
But it
that we're
seems
doing
insane,
this? Because
you know?
it's gone on so long, right? That's
Well,
the
what's
joke.
weird is like the rule in comedy: if you do something like unfunny or something that I do a lot of stuff where I think it's funny personally, but the audience won't catch on for about like 2 minutes because I call it the wave. You do
Yeah.
something unfunny for so long that at some point people just start laughing, and they're losing their fucking shit.
Oh,
And then there's like another 3 minutes of people like I laughed at it enough.
That
and then,
reminds me of that. I think it was the Miles Davis thing. He's like, if you play an out note once, then you messed up. If you play it 3 times in a row, it's jazz. So it's like leaning into your mistakes.
oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, that's a classic rule in music.
That's one thing I had to learn doing comedy was if you just
not to back off of it.
yeah, because
kinda.
one thing I used to do, unless it's like really bad or shitty, then absolutely back off, go to the next joke. But in certain cases, it's like last year, I had a comedian tell me some really good advice. Ethan McFall, Barley Baby, go check it out. A&A, Alcoholics Not Anonymous.
Okay.
It's a fun name.
Not anonymous.
Yeah, not anonymous.
I'm dead. I'm telling you straight up.
But he would always say like, I would get up there very like super depressed, and I would always bail on my bits. I would be in the middle of a joke, and I'd be like, no.
I just don't feel like it. Or
Yeah, or I would just fucking hop right out of it. And he said, go up there, like, don't waste people's time. It's like, it's an open mic, but if you treat it like you treat these people's time with respect, it helps, a lot.
Well, that's like, you got to
I like
treat
that,
everything like it's a big show.
Yeah.
You got to always perform like you're performing for all the people.
You perform at 100%, and I'm not talking about energy-wise. Did you hear that little burp? You guys get that in your headphones?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
you can burp.
That's
though.
good.
I burp
Nah,
all the
He
time.
like,
Into
oh
the
my
mic.
god! Just while you're talking, just and he's like, "Why'd you stop talking?"
Yeah.
It's like
I
'cause
still
you are
don't know
all
why.
the noise.
No, people want to hear both. Same time.
All 3 people that listen to this show
Yeah.
want to hear
love
me talk while you burp.
That is our demographic.
Dudes that like listening to dudes talk
Yeah,
over.
you guys
burps.
like hot burps.
Hot burps.
Hot burps.
Yeah.
Can't wait till they come out with smell-o-vision so you can smell how much like ball sack this room smells.
What other
Smell-o-vision is
podcasts do you listen
horrifying.
to?
Man.
You watch Your Mom's House. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I love Your Mom's
That's
House.
my
It's a good
favorite one. I watch it. That's like I wait for it every week. That's
Yeah,
the
so
one.
let's just turn this podcast into talking about
Other podcasts, yeah, and quoting other podcasts and conversations.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Absolutely, yeah. So
I'm so guilty of that. Jesus Christ. People know me in the comedy scene. I guess like one of my favorite podcasts right now, and I hate to say it, it's probably Cumtown.
Cumtown.
So
What is that?
Who does Cumtown?
Nick Mullen, Adam Friedland, and Stavros Halkias. That's why I hope no other comedians watch this, because they're gonna get to the part where Ben's doing all right, and then they're gonna hear, "Oh, you guys heard of Cumtown?"
Come down. Come on down. Yeah, come on down to Cumtown.
It's great. It's everywhere.
Yeah, but it's a comedy podcast. It's just 3 comedians, but
Okay.
there's no filter whatsoever. It's just they'll throw anything at the wall, no matter how fucking stupid it is, and that's like a thing in comedy I've been doing a lot recently. Is like I used to try to write like really observational stuff and smart shit, and dumb just works.
Oh
Yeah.
hell
If
yeah!
you're just
Seinfeld
stupid,
lane.
because your stupid brain is smart too.
Well, so if it's
Brian
like
Regan kind of
Yeah.
direction.
yeah, just smart dumb comedy, kind of like have you watched Medical Police?
No.
Oh my
That's
god,
it.
it's incredible. It's a spin-off of Children's Hospital. It's
Yeah.
it's great. It's I forget the chick's name, but oh my god, what
I don't
is
remember
his
anybody's
name?
from there.
Fuck.
Yeah, you can quickly Google that shit.
I'm not gonna do that.
I was talking to anyone that was getting mad that she didn't know the answer.
Oh yeah, they fucking
fucking-
know, and I'll remember at some point, and then I'm gonna text
Just
both
blurt
of
it out.
you or
Just
blurt it
blurt it
out.
out.
Yeah,
Comedy
absolutely.
Bang Bang.
Oh,
Anybody?
dude.
Yeah.
Oh
love
my
Comedy
God.
Bang Bang.
Dude,
That's another very
yeah.
awkward.
Scott Aukerman's
Like that show
really
is hard to watch when you're tripping or
underrated.
something. You know, like you can't get through it. It's making you hurt.
Yeah, I
physically.
can't do
Like,
cringe comedy when I'm
yeah.
tripping. But one that I suggest is next time you trip, check out this guy Connor O'Malley.
Connor O'Malley. Okay.
He oh my god, I won't talk about it here, but hey,
I won't talk about it here, but you're gonna love it.
But
It's pretty
in
great.
heaven.
It's just
like
two
here
brothers.
as in on Earth.
Yeah.
Won't talk about it here.
Yeah, gonna kill myself.
And then I'll tell you.
Take it to the grave.
Yeah. You will never know. You come and hit me up in the afterlife, I'm gonna ignore you so hard. You're just gonna be in my face. And I'm
Jesus is
gonna
gonna be
pretend you're not
standing
gonna-
by me like, that guy must have been a dick. Do you know him?
Come and haunt you and then turn my back to you. Just stand in the room.
No, wait. Imagine being a ghost, but you're just like filing ghost taxes.
Yeah. You're like, are you going to scare me or what?
How is this?
Are you just
even
doing
a
your own
thing?
shit? I get so mad if a ghost wasn't trying to scare me and just hanging out.
Well, yeah, it's like just go living there, just
Yeah.
going through the like lays next to you
Dude,
in bed.
yeah, get your own place. There's a broke down house down the road.
He's playing his
I like it
black
here.
metal albums too loud or shitty jazz, and you're just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh my fucking god, it's
Some
the worst
Civil War
roommate.
music. Oh god, yeah, he
That's
likes
a good
Civil
Black
War
Mirror
violin.
episode.
Yeah, the
Just
ghost that
imagine like
chills.
a parallel dimension, like like the fucking
Yeah, where you're just seeing what he was
yeah.
doing.
You're just
there.
saying what he's doing.
Yeah.
You can't tell him to stop. You can just
Yeah.
hear it and see it.
But then he's
Be
pissed
annoying.
off at the ghost.
in his room.
Yeah, because you're the
That's on
ghost to
some-
him.
Well, we'd be like an alien to them with technology.
This is guys.
Yeah, it's a
Are there any? You guys want to buy this?
two films. We
out
can make
there?
2 films out of this. One from the guy from the Civil War's perspective, and then one from the guy from 2028. We'll jump ahead.
Yeah, the
like,
Civil
if
War.
Okay, just throw it farther into the
Well,
Just a
you
future.
know how
little bit.
funny this would be. You take the guy for a guy's in the Civil War or World War II, like a major war back in the day, and then it's just us now. He's
And
just
some
hearing us
hipster,
talk
like-
about dicks and farts.
Yeah, it's
like we're hearing sounds of war. We're going
Yeah.
insane. We're
And this
seeing all
dude's
these visions.
smoking weed
and
on
then
his
him,
couch.
he's like,
Playing
"What are these
PlayStation."
Nancy boys talking about?"
Man, I haven't seen him
And then
get
you're
up
like,
in
I'm
3
actually
days.
Jewish, so
You jerking off on Pornhub on the toilet.
Yeah, he's getting shot at right next to you. Look it up.
Or he's just perplexed that this is what we've done with the freedom he died for.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he understand. No, he doesn't understand what's going on. He thinks that he's going crazy and having visions, right? I'm really storyboarding. this
Visions
out,
of the
you know?
future.
this
They
is cool.
masturbate so much.
Man, yeah, I like the hipster. It'd be hipster with like a funny mustache, and he'd just be smoking weed all day. And while this guy's getting
Working
shot,
on his single speed
and, like,
bike.
trying to tie up his arm from bleeding and shit, looking over at him
I don't know why we're thinking that this dude is like,
mid-war.
yeah, mid
All
like
the
on the
time.
battlefield.
Yeah, on the battlefield,
And you're
in
on
the
a toilet,
trenches. You're
whacking
on the
it.
toilet, whacking it. I like that.
Sure.
Just don't. Are you still whacking it?
He is jerked off 5 times today.
I lost my wife to dysentery. This motherfucker ain't come yet.
Oh, dude, fucking Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Your
Oh,
wife
man.
has died of dysentery.
I never
How
played
awesome
that
of
game.
an out would that be? Just every month. No, you just hopping wives out in the old west. You're just like,
Oh, okay.
Suzanne got.
See, if you're the, you can do that if you're like the quote unquote doctors of the time, the traveling magician doctors, you know, the
Yeah, you
potions.
just let
with
all the
snake
ugly
He's
oil
ones
taking
die.
some stuff, staying alive longer than everybody, you know, and
That sounds
poisoning
bad.
his wives, leaving them in different towns, letting them die, and just hopping.
Oh yeah,
down.
because back then, if you just weren't there, no, you might as well have never existed in the first place.
Yeah.
It's like if you walked in and murdered some folk and left, it's like a drifter came through town.
Yeah, fucking drifter came in and killed the entire saloon. What do you look like? It doesn't matter.
He was the man.
He's in the desert now. He is so far gone.
Who did this? He left.
That's a good bit.
Damn. Well, it's very reminiscent of the John Mulaney like Suggins gang thing,
Yeah.
where he's like, if you,
Oh, yeah, the
if you weren't
bullets.
there when like if you robbed a bank back
You
in the
just
day,
get
if you-
away with it.
Yeah, if you weren't there, you could just
When the
you
police
won.
came,
Yeah.
just hop 2 cities over. They can't even
We
print
got
out
this,
enough wanted posters to make
Open
it that
micer
far.
who steals a bunch of John Mulaney bits.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
no, we've never said
Does
anything.
he even rework them, or is he just
No, he
verbatim?
he reworks them, but they're shittier. It's like, no, you tell it how John Mulaney said it. It'll be funny that way. He
Yeah.
knows.
Because he's
Yeah,
funny.
he
Huh.
wrote it that way.
That's
yeah,
not-
this guy's
I'm
fat up
surprised
here.
y'all don't call him out.
He's
Well,
what?
it's like his life's probably miserable. I don't know. I'm projecting a lot right now.
Yeah. But no, when I would feel like someone has got to be like, dude, that you're gonna get in trouble. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah,
well,
you guys should take him
he's not
outside
gonna
and
make
hit
it.
him.
Like, how many good
Yeah.
comics actually make it?
Okay, so you just
Right,
like, let
but
them.
that's actually
let 'em burn.
the numbers
Well,
going
it's
up.
like
honestly.
it's more trouble than it's worth to be like, oh, a bad comic
Yeah,
is
'cause-
stealing bits. It's
Yeah,
like,
you're
yeah,
right.
it'd be different if he was good.
It's like
or a
he
friend
knows.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fuck that dude. I feel you.
It's like
It's a
whatever. Who
waste of time.
cares?
I like it.
He's
I like
just
it.
fat up here.
Yeah, he wears
got
shirts
boobies,
that are
right?
too tiny. Yeah, he's got the
Okay.
tits and the stomach are together like that. Which I've got
Weird.
man tits too. But
How-
this guy's
how does that
perky.
happen?
These
Yeah,
are
I
sad.
watched a stupid ass movie last night, Father of the Year. It was a David Spade movie.
Oh fuck! The
And
real.
he got-
Still
he
doing
got
shit?
tits in it.
Jesus.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
he's
newer
still
one.
alive.
Wait,
But
is
he
it
got- he-
David?
he
David
got
Spade
tits and had some
trans
nice-
David Spade?
No, just for
Oh.
just for a few scenes. He's got some
Oh,
big old
okay.
titties
Oh my goodness.
from an experiment gone wrong.
Oh.
It's pretty bad. Don't watch it.
No, I like
It's
the,
like-
the
it-
Robin Williams
good
Father of
hangover
the Year.
movie or
That movie's
something.
fucked up.
Oh.
You know, it's a good hangover movie. Spider-Man 3.
Oh, really?
Oh hell yeah!
Dude, I like to
Because
watch.
can't-
Is your favorite part when he like moves his hair down into his face and is like,
No, because
yeah?
This is the reason why. If you got somewhere to be, like you don't know how long you can watch a movie,
Yeah.
but you got a little time. You pop that on. You're hungover before work, and right at the time he starts dancing, you're like, "Shit, I gotta go." Shit, you're like, "Why am I watching this? I gotta go." Your brain kicks online.
Yeah, you're like,
As a
this is one of the
result.
worst movies ever made, and it was intentional.
And I've sat 30 minutes of this. I'd rather be at work.
The best scene though is when he like badass motherfucker swings that bomb back in fucking James Franco's face and it blows up.
That
That's
was
a great
pretty dope.
scene.
Props to that scene.
Hell
James
yeah.
Franco.
I love hate watching stuff. Like, that's a common thing in
Dude.
mine. I put on either something to drown out so I can work over it, or if I want to watch something, a lot of times it's like B-ass movies. And so I just really like horrible movies. Or really cheesy.
Yeah, I
ones,
like
you know?
really shitty horror movies.
And dude, I watched Big Liar the other day. You remember that? Where they turned the dude blue?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
Paul
Frankie
Giamatti,
Muniz?
Frankie Muniz.
Yeah, dude. I watched that. Shit like that. It's just like,
It was Amanda Bynes too, right?
yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Before she was crazy?
Fuck yeah. And he's doing it to Hungry Like the Wolf. Doing his like dance and getting in the pool. Like
Such a good scene. Anyway, I love shit like that. That's just other people would deem as a waste of their day.
You know
I'll
what?
Have so much fun.
The
with.
the best way to like ruin someone's like when they're talking about a movie or something, you can just be like, I heard they're a child molester. It's the best way to bring anybody back down to
Oh.
earth.
Yeah.
I did
I
that the
assume
other day.
that. Dude, what movie can you name if there's not one Shomo in it, right?
That's I mean, hey.
So you can't ruin it for me. they're everywhere.
But I don't think Paul Giamatti fucks kids.
He might.
He might. Hey, he might.
He looks like
Do you
one.
think
so
any woman would have sex with him willingly? Have you
I mean,
seen
he's
what Paul
definitely-
Giamatti looks
Dude,
like?
definitely
money
used his-
makes panties
yeah.
drop,
I was gonna say,
regardless.
he's definitely used his position to get in some young puss before. I at least know that.
His position, like, well, I mean, it
come
doesn't
on.
do much. You gotta kind of like his personality. He is like,
Oh yeah, I love Paul Giamatti. If he asked me to suck him off, I'd do it
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
you're gonna give me a job, right? Well,
Yeah, basically.
He's done. He's Weinstein some people. I can see it in his eyes.
You can see it in his eyes. Okay, Paul Giamatti, we're calling you out on the Drinking a Joint podcast.
No one. This is not even a rumor.
No.
Starting a rumor here.
It's not a rumor. It's
Hey, you guys
Facts.
want to play a game called
Allegedly.
Malicious Rumors?
I got molested by Paul Giamatti.
oh man.
Yeah,
You-
this is how I know. I'm starting a rumor. Yeah.
okay.
Let's get this motherfucker.
Did he drink your cum like that scene in Sideways where he's drinking all the...
Dude, yeah,
Spit,
we had to
wine.
work for a long
God.
time to fill that fucking wine bucket full of cum. It was hard to do.
I was trapped in his basement for days.
Yeah, I had to drink a lot of water. I had to stay real
Oh, yeah.
hydrated.
Feeding me
Pedialyte,
celery.
bro.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Is that a myth? Does celery give you like bigger loads, or is that
Dude,
Asparagus.
Pedialyte make that shit thick and white. That's like a porn trick.
really?
Okay.
They do it for women too when they squirt. They drink a bunch of Pedialyte, so it comes out smelling good. Doesn't smell like piss everywhere.
okay. All right. Dude, there is a difference. Have you ever noticed a difference in your cum when you're dehydrated or not?
Oh yeah, dude, it comes out like
It's like rubber cement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. No, or chunky. You know what I'm talking about? When it comes out, it's like you see.
That's why I gotta stop drinking, because I busted a nut the other day and it came out all sad. Like it came out all slow. Yeah, I literally had to be like, "Come on, you son of a bitch, come on!"
You had to squeeze it out. That's funny,
Give it a
dude.
shake.
It drools.
I thought I was
like,
fucking dying.
dribbles.
Hell yeah. I
Damn.
hope people are listening.
I like that thick chunk.
We just
God.
see viewers going down to zero, or they love it. You guys
Yeah.
like this? Huh?
I don't know.
You
We'll
like
never know.
this dirty talk about
God.
chunky cum? Toby's chunky cum?
But
Chunky
you
cum,
want that
Campbell's
good.
chunky cum.
You want that good watery across the room. You know, that's how you know your prostate's good. You gotta be hydrated.
You got that.
Yeah,
You got
gotta
that
be
distance.
well hydrated. You
Yeah.
know.
yeah. If you're making it
Man,
like,
I can't shoot
right
like I
from-
used to. I hit the ceiling when I was a kid.
You're like,
Yeah.
back in the day, I was a strong comer.
Yeah, for real. Hit the ceiling once. I was proud of that. But I'd never do it again.
I'm a strong cum.
Can't do it no more.
You're like,
It's a
I
lost
would hurt
talent.
women's uterus when I would bust inside them.
that's why Superman can't have sex.
Yeah.
It's true. That's what was that? Is that Mallrats? Where he's talking about
Yeah,
like
Mallrats is like a shitty movie, but I love it.
oh
It's
dude,
like-
Oh, yeah, I love it.
anything Kevin Smith. He's one of my shout out.
Oh,
Kevin Smith.
another recent bad one that was actually turned out to be really good was Method in the Madness. It's Jay playing himself and Kevin Smith playing himself, but Jay becomes a method actor and gets too into his character and starts killing people and shit.
Oh,
really
what?
good.
Fuck yeah!
Is this improv? Is that like a
No,
real
that's a
movie?
real movie.
No.
It's really good.
Are we improving right now?
It was really well done, and I'm always impressed. Even when his movies are bad, they're so original.
Did he direct that one?
No, Jay did.
Okay, hell
Jason
yeah.
did.
Well, he just beat a really bad addiction.
Yeah, well, it's a lot about. They have real fights in the movie, too, about about Kevin's movies sucking and about him trying to get him off of heroin and shit.
There
and
was no one
scared he's
talking
gonna
about
relapse.
this. Huh. This
They're
is
like
crazy.
really fighting. There's a couple scenes where I was like, I don't know how they did. They're
Well, dude, they've been
really
best
close,
friends for over 20
but
years.
they were telling the truth in some of this.
Like I think they met in in high school, maybe middle school. They met
Yeah.
each other. Like
Damn.
fucking Red Bank, New Jersey.
I guess you can talk like that if you know someone so long, because that'd be hard to do with someone that you didn't know well.
Oh, dude,
Like,
you
really
and I.
tell them the truth. On
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
camera.
like you're a director on set with an actor the first day, and you're immediately like, "I don't like your movies. Fuck you.
Yeah,
I hate
yeah.
you."
Well, you're a piece of shit. I've tried to help you so many times, and you just
Ron Howard,
God.
little punk bitch.
Yeah. No, that's some shit I would do.
Dude.
Look at
You think
Opie
Ron Howard's
motherfucker.
brother gets laid?
Oh, who's Ron
Oh
Howard's
fuck
brother?
yeah, Clint Howard.
Yeah, have you never seen
And
Clint
he
Howard?
looks like a Clint. He looks like a bad clone of Ron Howard.
Yeah, Clint
Yeah.
is the only name he could have been given.
Clint Howard.
It's so
I'm gonna
appropriate.
I'm gonna show you Clint Howard. Clint Howard, shout
Is
out,
he,
bro. We know you watch.
Is he Ginge too?
Oh fuck yeah.
I like that you're excited
You
about
got to
that.
see his face.
He's in a lot of like B horror movies, and he's in.
Okay.
You will recognize the fuck out of it. This is just a great one.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Yeah, Austin Powers. Like he's one of the
he's villainous.
big dick in the sky guys.
Villainous. It's not villainous. It'd be villainesque.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he
looks villainous.
yeah, right. He's
He's the
getting
bad guy in
there.
a Disney movie for sure.
Oh, it's great.
Oh,
That's my spirit
God.
animal.
What is that?
Hey, it looks like David Cross.
He's got a weird, almost flat top, curly flat top. Thing
Yeah, that's
going
kind
on.
of
It's
like
weird.
some Doctor Strangelove Eraserhead shit.
I love David Lynch. That is shit.
Yes, he's one of the best. He's one of the faves. Shout out to the scary dreadlock dude from fucking Mulholland Drive.
Oh,
Hey, oh god, that scene is so fucking horrifying. That's one of the few scenes in like film that actually gets me.
Oh, dude,
It's because I
good.
have I take a lot of mess and it gives me a lot of nightmares, and like I've just gotten to the point now where like occasionally I have one that's a little too real, but I'll just have and I'll be like, I'll just wake up and go to work. Who gives a shit?
yeah.
Like had somebody at this point, but this is one where the guy is in this like restaurant talking about having a dream. And he's like, it was in this exact place, and I remember you're scared for some reason. It's just like, what are you talking about?
Oh, damn.
It's so good. I also love the cowboy conversation.
Oh yeah.
How often do you get nightmares?
Oh, like a lot.
Dude, I'm like a
Like
definitely.
at least maybe once a night. And like,
Yeah,
it's
dude.
really bad. I guess it's like,
I'm glad to hear this. I've never
That's
heard
why
someone
I
say
drink
that.
so much,
Almost,
is just-
almost every night is a nightmare. Like, it's horrifying, and I don't know if I like.
We've
do
got
it on
the same
purpose,
sleepy
or if I
eyes,
like
like-
it, or if it's like, because I don't wake up liking it.
yeah, I don't
but,
wake up liking it either.
But it's every night, so it's like a part of my brain is either torturing me, or enjoys it, and I don't know.
I had
don't
this
know which
one
it is.
dream like a few weeks ago where I was like fighting Army of Darkness, like Evil Dead skeletons.
Can I bum
It's
one of these?
fucking
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, well, see,
And
there's
then my
still a little
grandma comes
excitement.
out of the skeletons and starts like fucking
Yeah.
me.
Oh
And,
god.
Fucking you.
See,
I
maybe
can't-
you
yeah.
like the adrenaline.
So your grandma.
Unconsensually. I just didn't want to
You
say
didn't
the
like
R
it.
word.
You can say rape. You can say rape here.
Yeah, in the dream, my grandma was raping me, and I was just
Oh,
like,
like dream,
hey,
like you-
canceled. I have been canceled. That's why I love
You
had
can't
a
it.
say
dream.
rape anymore without getting canceled.
No,
in
I
a
mean,
dream?
you can
Does that
say it on
imply?
stage. You
Huh?
can say it on stage. It's just like it makes the audience super uncomfortable. It's like you
Oh,
gotta-
you can.
Oh yeah.
What
That's
is
a-
comedy now? You can't be like,
No,
oh,
I'm
oh,
not saying that. I'm not
Come
saying
on.
that. It's just
It's a
like
harsh topic.
no. Like Dave Chappelle. The only reason that the comics that you see can tell rape jokes and can tell these certain type of jokes is because they've been working in the industry for like 20 plus years.
And they
Like,
know how
Dave
to
Chappelle-
tell
Yeah,
the
they know how
joke.
to tell it.
If it's
to
not
make
funny,
people
it's
not be
offensive,
uncomfortable
right?
and catch them off guard for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they'll laugh.
So if it's not funny,
So
it's
there you go.
offensive.
Let
If
it
it's
rip,
funny,
man.
Let it fucking rip.
It's chill.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, an open mic comic who has only done it for maybe a few months or maybe his first time, who
Gonna make
goes up
people
there with a rape
uncomfortable.
joke is just like, oh my god, you were shooting yourself in the foot.
Okay.
Like it's
So I was raping my sister.
No,
the other
so-
day.
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm
It's just
gonna
like,
do-
another one of these guys.
I'm gonna come to your open mic, and I'm gonna get up there,
I'm
and
gonna heckle you.
I'm gonna get up on stage, and I'm just gonna be like, so
Tell a bad rape joke.
rape.
So rape. Let's talk about it.
It's time to open up a
Who here's
dialogue.
been raped?
You will.
That's it.
You
Clap
can't
if you've
hear
been
it
raped.
because we like to stay silent during people's sets, but you will hear a collective.
No, wait. Is that not funny though? You don't like that one? Hey, clap if you've been raped.
All right, can we get a hand for everybody who's been raped?
Not get a no. That one's too much. Clap if you've been raped.
No, because that's
because
super
no one's
fucked
gonna
up.
clap.
What? You don't
And,
think people would? You don't think we're in a?
No,
No
one, not at all. Not a single
Yeah,
person.
that's why it's funny
Ever.
because no one's gonna admit to the
There's
like,
gonna be
why
one
would you
drunk
bring it
person
up?
like, yeah,
Yeah,
and
Dad
that's
was a
it.
piece of shit.
And that's gonna be every 5 rooms.
Because
Yeah.
he's the rapey uncle.
Oh yeah, no, he's just applauding rape. Man,
But it's
no.
like,
you think people clap?
Oh my
man.
God,
just
Tony.
out themselves like
All
that.
right.
but like people. One thing I'll recommend is like you gotta. One thing I tried to do when I started comedy was that like the shock humor. I would
Yeah.
never go like full rape and stuff. I've had a rape joke.
Full rape. Just
Yeah,
like
never go full rape.
twiddle.
Just like sticking the tip in. It's fine.
But what I would do is I realized that I was trying to run before I could walk.
Right.
Okay.
You know, it's like you got to learn how to write a joke. It's like the science
Yeah.
is set up, punchline, and then when you get better at like I've got a pretty risque joke I can't tell on stage, but a few friends laugh at it. And
Yeah,
it's
do
like
it right
that's good
now.
enough. I'm getting there.
Can we hear
Nah.
You don't
Oh,
let.
Okay.
you don't let
How
it
many
out
people
there.
are watching?
I mean, some people
Well,
listen on SoundCloud,
yeah, we're
but
good.
they
Who gives
listen
a
to
shit?
us.
Yeah.
We're
Oh.
horrible, right?
Oh, okay.
We-
Fuck it.
Dude,
I got
yeah.
this one joke. It's I know what I would do if I ever went to prison. I would find first day I'd find the biggest, toughest, baddest guy in the yard. I'd come up to him. I'd say, "You can rape me now. Let's just get it out of the way."
Okay. Because
We cool? We cool?
it turned him off because he doesn't want you. Now you want it.
He wants
I
the
never
power.
thought about it that way.
He wants the
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
But no, that's a very
You
good
should
joke.
extend it to be
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. It's something. It's like, but that turns him off. Like he doesn't want. Now you want.
But
it.
then I've turned him off. So now what do I got to do? I got to get on my knees and I got to suck his
I
dick.
thought you were. That's what I thought you were saying initially. It's like I walk right up to the biggest, toughest dude and
Yeah,
suck his dick.
That's a better punchline. Thank you.
Yeah, take it. Go.
But I like.
Told you the R word just makes everybody go, ooh, which
Yeah.
retard is coming back.
That was. Yeah.
I
I mean,
hate to say it, but
You're the first person to say retard on this podcast.
Oh,
so
really?
now you've given us permission.
okay.
what? That's
The
not how it
floodgates
works.
have opened.
Oh yeah. Damn it. Yeah, I don't know.
Now tell us we can say cunt.
Well, it's like it's
You
all
guys don't say
in,
cunt?
in context.
No, we do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of worse words.
Oh yeah. But why are we even doing
You
this?
give me the eye of like the worst
We're
word.
going down a path. Long bad path.
This podcast is sponsored by 40s. If you
Indiscriminate.
if you're angry at your parents,
just
this is what you
40s.
drink.
Yeah, I like that. Sponsored by just the 40.
Just the 40.
Yeah.
Drink.
The
Yeah.
idea of
Yeah.
having 40 ounces of a malt
Sponsored
liquor.
by malt liquor.
Yeah.
All malt liquor.
I'd love if there were like a Ken Burns documentary about the invention of 40s and said,
Oh.
Albert J. Wester invented the 40 in 1943 when he really didn't want to be a father that day.
This beer is too small.
Oh my god. He decided that if he could make a bottle big enough, 40 ounces.
that he wouldn't have to go back out for another drink.
Yeah.
He could just sit there.
I like that.
Not listen to his kids.
The invention of the 40s.
He wanted to get so fucked up that he couldn't even hear the
Even if
world
someone
around
had
him.
asked him to drive to the store, he wouldn't be able to do it. Or to help with a homework project.
Or to
Yeah,
read a
yeah.
bedtime
You
story.
have enough beer to lose the ability to talk for about 30
And
minutes.
people really judge you.
You really
You're like, can you?
can.
Never mind. You're drinking a fucking 40.
You really can only read Peter Rabbit so
Dude,
many times.
I do believe in the magic of a 40 though, because 40s get you more fucked up than the same amount of beer in cans. Like I believe in the magic.
Well,
of
yes,
it.
there's more beer.
And the same amount of beer in cans.
Well, no, because
They're
I
equivalent.
think it's because
is like I'll have 32 ounce 40s, but if I
Yeah.
drink two,
that's
wait,
a
no.
32 ounce.
Hold on, now I'm fucked.
That's not a 40.
Now I'm fucked up.
So
I'm talking
yeah.
about more beer, but
Wait, so a 40?
I love 40s. Let's
What's
just
that?
leave it at that.
Yeah, was it like 3.5 beers? Close.
Something like that. I think it's because of the consistency in which you're drinking,
'Cause
because you're
yeah.
not taking a break between popping cans.
No,
open. You're just-
exactly. That was the
You're
point.
saving time. You're wasting your time popping cans, man.
and it's more clutter.
It's also the proper amount of drunk. I feel like a 40 is like right where I want to be, if not
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit over.
Okay, but so you've already had 2 seltzes.
And you're gonna chug this right now. We didn't know about this, but that's a game.
If
we
you
play
bring
in
a
this
40
podcast.
into a drink and a joint, you have to chug.
Yeah, you know how
Really?
to chug. You know how to
What's better
shotgun
than
out of
painful?
out of glass.
Oh,
Are you guys bros enough to know how to do that?
I've never shot. No, that doesn't exist, really.
You put a straw in it that hangs out the side of your mouth.
Yeah.
So you get airflow
And
into
that's
it,
yep.
and you can shotgun it.
We just changed your
Yeah.
life.
That's some bro ass.
For better or
That's
worse.
dangerous.
Yeah.
I learned. Have you ever seen that Chinese guy on Twitter who he does like drinking videos and he'll just tornado entire balls
Yeah.
of Corona? Like,
Dude, you should
straight
try.
down.
And it's for a beer bottle.
And I
'cause the
learned
straw
it.
would be,
Dang.
still be in liquid in that, and it just
It's
wouldn't
just
work.
pouring out.
Yeah, I
but-
just ruined the entire soundboard
But,
over here.
Oh yeah, it's just spraying. No, but a beer bottle is perfect for it. You put it in, and it's like 2 seconds. You can clear a beer bottle.
Because at first you choke and it just spits out, and
Or
then that's
even-
made it all foamy, and you can't.
I didn't want to give
stop,
false
So
information.
it's just. Oh, man.
it sounds nice. I haven't shotgunned
Uh,
a beer in
what's-
a long time.
What's your favorite guilty pleasure music?
Ooh.
Like what is the
Guys,
music you
thank for
listen to?
asking.
Yeah, what's the music you listen to that you don't really want to tell people you listen to?
One is definitely No Doubt. I'm just a girl.
Okay.
Pretty
yeah.
old meek.
Dude, no doubt. No doubt was tight. No doubt.
No doubt. No doubt.
Occasionally, if I'm drunk enough or high enough, I'll listen to Tool.
Okay.
And I'm not proud of that at all.
I used to love Tool when I was a kid. I still respect it a lot. Like, I love his writing so much. He's a fucking psychedelic writer, one of my favorite writers. I know it's one of your guilty pleasures. I'll admit it. It's not even guilty to me. I don't listen to it anymore, but when I was a kid, I loved that shit. It made sense to me.
Incubus every once in a while if I'm really
wow.
feeling trashy.
I don't know if I can do that.
Oh wow.
I would have to like. That's the moment I would get out. Like if I was single and about to fuck some girl, and she put on Incubus, I'd be like, "Are you
Red
in
flag.
high school?
How old are you?
Something's wrong."
Do
Here.
high school kids still listen to
Yeah,
Incubus?
it doesn't make sense, but
No one listens
you're
to
reminding me
Incubus.
of high school.
Early YouTube.
Early U2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
Because early, a lot of people hate U2, and I hate U2 too.
I never really listened.
I hate you too.
But early U2 is
Some people
like,
hate me, but I hate you too.
Yeah.
What is it like? What does it sound like?
It
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
No, it doesn't sound like that at all. It's like complete. It's
Like still
weird.
haven't found what I'm looking for.
some
even
90s
before
rock.
that, like,
Oh,
which that's a good song. No,
That's-
it's just
you're
it
what
sounds
was that?
more like
You're a fucking U2
sounds like
hipster.
Cure if Robert Smith wasn't
Yeah.
so whiny.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're talking about like fucking YouTube basement tapes and shit. Like I've got this one recording from them in a pub in Ireland.
I'm gonna zone out for a few minutes and think about this band that I'm trying to remember.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna keep talking about guilty pleasure.
So one of mine was like Coheed and Cambria.
I like how hard you laughed. You should laugh.
You should. And just because I thought that's
It's like the Rush of America or something.
Well, no, it's just like
the Rush of America. Hey,
There
right
was-
here.
you like that one?
Yeah, that's right.
that's the first high five of the podcast.
Yeah,
I
I've
think.
never gotten a high five.
Yeah. Wow.
I like how people don't like high fives. I'm just like right here.
I like it.
Yeah,
It was
It
unexpected.
gets me excited.
This is the most movement we've done. Out of these
Yeah, dude.
Damn it! It's this band I'm trying to think of. Help me. I can't.
Sing one of their songs. I got an ear.
I don't know. I can't remember it, but I remember their sound.
Hum it.
I don't remember the melodies. I just remember
What
much of
genre
that.
is
You're
it?
like they were good.
It was like in the '90s, and they were like kind
Third
of
Eye Blind.
rock, but they were like psychedelic.
Third Eye Blind is a guilty pleasure.
No, it was some. Oh God!
Wish
And they were
you would
good. They
step
had a
back
good
from that
sound.
ledge, my friend.
No, it's much cooler than that.
Okay.
Is it Oasis?
No.
Because that's another guilty
shit.
pleasure.
Wonderwall. Do
Damn,
you
we're
even
getting
Wonderwall?
around it.
You know, it's
I
weird.
want it
We've
so
reached
bad.
an age where Wonderwall isn't played in Walmarts anymore, and therefore it's kind of okay.
Which is fucking
Dude,
weird because I like it will always be a cheesy song to know because being a guitarist when you start playing guitar, of course that's one of the songs you learn.
Yeah.
Like
I've never been able to sing and play. Like that's why I was
Really?
having a hard time in that video I was doing. Like I can play, I just
Yeah.
I can't do both at the same time. I don't know why.
huh. I think it really comes down to it depends on how much you practice.
Well, what's weird is like I used to practice a lot on the instruments. Then I went to college and I did theater,
Mm-hmm.
and I had like 2 years of voice and speech
Yeah.
for like singing, which I can either sing great or like play the bass all right, but I can't do both at the same time.
I wonder what that block would be.
I think it's all the paint thinner and the spray paint and the modeling glue. I honestly think that's it.
So it's like some synapses aren't firing together.
Yeah, that's what my brain feels like most. Just a breaker box and a murderer has cut all the wires.
Yeah, you don't know what's working. Your dishwasher works, but the lights won't turn on in the kitchen. Toby's over there enthralled in his phone, just searching band from the 90s that's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know where to start here, but
I used to like Jimmy Eat World.
oh God,
I was seeing this chick recently, and she was like, you know what song
Oh, God.
made me feel better? You know, super depressed, and she was like, sends me Jimmy Eat World. And I was like, what? In the middle.
Oh, God.
Yeah, like the.
That's like, oh, God. That song makes you feel better when you're depressed.
I was drunk when
Okay.
she told me I was at the bar, and I went, what?
And then you got up and punched her in the face and left.
Yeah.
No, then there was fucking Matchbox 20.
This
Bruh.
makes me really mad.
I'm Sinbad.
They
That's
were
Rob
kind of-
Thomas, and you my bitch.
They were like a cool. It was just a subsection of like the main rock in the '90s. It wasn't like a mainstream,
Okay.
but they were almost.
Come, my lady. Come, my lady.
Wait, yes. Or wait, are we? Yes, I had that CD in my. It was stuck in my CD player
The whole
in my Volvo when I was in high
The
school.
Deftones. That's who I was trying to remember.
Dude, the Deftones. I love the Deftones.
They had a
because
good. That's what I was talking about. They
House
had
of
a
Flies
good, really
is-
original sound, and it just. I don't know. It just made sense. at
You
the
know what
time.
made me not like listen to them for a while again recently?
I haven't heard them recently.
I saw a TikTok video and it was to the song "I've Seen You Change."
Yeah.
But it was like a big leather daddy who's like 58.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah, big barbell nipple rings, and he's talking to this old woman with no teeth, doing
I like
the
it.
video, and he
That sounds
slaps his
good.
whip. And it's the song, and he's just doing 50 Shades of great quotes.
Oh my god.
Dude, there's that weird lane on TikTok. The what is it? The Dom Daddy little girl
Yeah.
thing. That's a huge lane on there.
Okay,
There's a bunch of weird
I have
lanes.
a question. How uncomfortable are you about adult babies? I don't like them. They scare me.
I don't
I
like
would
that
rather.
shit.
No,
I would
no,
rather
no, no.
my
They like to get changed.
daughter
and treated
be
like a little girl and
Republican.
shit.
Yeah.
than be a
A
Be that
lifetime
baby.
little girl.
Whatever that is. Yeah, that shit's
or my
insane.
son. It'd be worse if it. I don't know what it would
If
be
it was a
worse.
little,
I guess
he
it's
like
a
no. There's some of those
misogynist.
too.
No, either way,
I
you're
forget the name of
disappointed.
them, but
Yeah, either way.
Either way, you're hanging your head in shame.
But as a son, I'm still. I guess it's like my daughter. She's still lovely. She's still great. She still finds somebody.
Like, grow the fuck
if,
up.
If my son, who will look like me,
likes to be a baby.
yeah,
forever.
be an adult baby, I'd be like, all right, time to buy a 9mm. All right, I'm
Oh.
taking him and taking me.
yeah,
Oh,
okay. You're gonna take him out,
You're
fucking
like,
grapes of wrath
I
and by
pop
a
out,
river.
yeah. Think about the crib.
Yeah.
Crib sounds.
Yeah. You just put his head in front of yours. Save bullets.
Wow. So adult babies.
Yeah.
How do we feel about it? I guess
I think
we
what
already
comes
started
down-
off pretty strong again.
Yeah.
Or at least me and you.
I don't like it, and like, dude, I don't know. There's
You
just,
think I'm for adult babies?
But even the women, even like the hot idea of it, like in the best scenario,
Oh, the
it's
hot
someone
idea
really
of a
hot,
woman
and they want to
pooping
be
in
like,
Pampers.
well, no, not baby, just little girl. That most of those on there are the little girl things, where they like kind of want to be bossed around. They make a mess and shit like that. It's like, so the best scenario is someone really hot that wants to do it for a night. Even in that scenario,
Yeah, you're
they have
still like,
problems. They
yeah,
have daddy
If you
issues
want to
or
do that
something,
for a
right?
night, you'd be okay with doing it forever.
Yeah, I mean, role playing is one thing. Role playing is one thing. Like, but even if they ask you, even for a second, right? The point is like, why do you need a father figure in your life? Like,
Yeah, did your dad not hug you, darling? What
Yeah.
is this?
I'll fucking hug you with my dick up my ass.
You know
your
what?
ass. I
Now-
guess that's the new hug
That's the new
for
hug.
for girls that don't have fathers.
I'm actually now. I'm gonna call my parents.
That's the fuck in the ass. It's bad, but I mean,
Oh,
there's
man.
gotta be. I don't know. I don't understand too many kinks. I'm very like, I guess closed-minded.
don't
I don't
understand
other
them?
people's kinks.
You're like, I don't understand how a
How
dude
you
could
could
get
get-
pegged. I don't get it.
Well,
Yeah, I
Because
mean, I
it
just haven't-
feels good, Toby.
Ow! To somebody.
Yeah, well, no, it's got to be a psychological thing. So, to me,
Why
I
you
don't
want to dress
understand.
up like a giant squirrel and
Yeah, the furries
fuck
shit.
somebody?
I mean, I don't. What animal would you
Let's
want them to
let's see
dress
what
up
Toby
as?
thinks of different
Let's see-
kinks.
Let's go around and name the animal we would want them to fuck up. They were furry,
Wait,
but
can
you
we
love
stick
them.
on adult babies for a second? I got something to talk
All
about.
right,
Just
we'll
I
come
just
back.
remembered.
No,
All right.
we'll come back.
Adult babies.
What's your animal? That you
No,
would want
we're gonna
them to
do the
be?
adult babies
Okay.
thing because it was first. What about
All right,
adult
Go
babies?
adult babies.
Adult babies. Have you guys ever seen the TLC episode?
We were
with-
talking last week about how much Toby loves TLC shows.
they're pretty
Right,
fucked
dude.
up.
You guys want to get fucked up and watch some TLC shows?
Some
I got
TLC
a
together. Fuck
so
yeah, dude.
good episode of My 600-Pound Life.
Oh God! See,
makes
some
me
of
feel
those
great.
are uncomfortable. Some of
makes
those
me
make
feel
me real.
great. Have you
I
seen
like
it?
the My Strange Addictions, and I even like the 90 Day Fiance shit like that, or like the jail shit. I like some of those, but like
I like some
the
of those.
1,000-pound sisters and the 600-pound wife and shit like that. Some of those are just sad. Like they need so much help.
Well, the reason I
And-
watch this is this guy's also a piece of shit, so
Okay.
it evens out.
How are
Yeah.
you like? But if you allow yourself to get that fucking fat, how are you not a piece of shit?
Well, someone's
Okay.
got to be.
You're like, okay,
What about
harsh.
people with thyroid problems, motherfucker? You know, it's like
Yeah, there are
there's some people-
exceptions. There isn't the guy
Yeah.
who's like racist eating Twinkies all day. I mean, there is that guy,
Yeah.
he exists.
but I don't know why I had to add
Oh my God,
racist.
am I
know
a
it's
bad
racist
person?
treat.
Okay, cool.
I'm not
Um,
gonna hesitate.
So adult babies. I saw this TLC show. It's like My Strange Addiction, and this
Yeah, dude,
guy,
that's good.
it's this 35-year-old guy who is like 400 pounds, who's addicted to being an adult baby. He's like, I get home from work at Home Depot, and I just sit in my crib, and the crib is like the size of this, like I'd say from here to the back wall,
Oh,
like
man.
just fucking
Is it not the
huge.
construction worker, dude? I've seen one that was.
Is he a construction worker?
I think I
Okay,
know the
think
one you're
this is
talking
the-
about.
Yeah, the guy who's like, when you get so fat that your forehead does this, and you just look like droopy dog all the time, but fat.
Oh man,
You're, I like to wear a diaper. Boy.
that's good. That's a
Um,
good droopy.
For everybody born in the 50s.
But apparently his caretaker died, and he got like really into the sexual aspect of it. I was reading up on him.
Oh, shit.
his caretaker was.
Oh yeah, he paid this like 90-year-old woman with huge knockers to like hold him and feed him his baba and change. And he's like, I have to wear multiple diapers because I'm too big for the adult ones as well. So I just take a bunch of the kid diapers and
Oh my
roll them up
God.
on my back. Have you guys heard of Pamper Chew?
Pamper Chew?
Is that when people are addicted to eating diapers?
Hold on. Just wait.
He's about to fuck you up, Toby.
So Pamper Chan or Pamper Chew is this guy who came up on the internet. Like, you know how we all gawk at things like Chris Chan and
What?
Oh God. See,
I like Pamper Chan. That's a channel all about
Okay,
eating
yeah.
diapers.
That's one thing I hate about like our generation or my generation specifically is like we didn't have a time where there wasn't computers.
Right.
It was just, I mean, even 98, like still,
Well, like, yeah.
I had AOL like in the early
Yeah.
2000s. I still remember being able to just be like, Exorcist 3 trailer.
Oh, we
And
had
then-
the IM and shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
that's
high
good.
yeah.
school,
That was hot.
it's just you see all this horrible shit, but I want to get back to Pamper Chew. This is one of the horrible things
What is
you learn about. Is so there's this guy on this diaper subreddit or whatever, or like some forum, and it got posted to 4chan and like Reddit and all that shit way back in the day. And this guy was like, you can actually, for any other people into age play on this channel, you can take old diapers from the trash can, get them fairly cheaply, and then just microwave them to kill the germs. And they're like, are you saying that you are microwaving shitty diapers and putting them on? He was like, yes.
Putting them on?
Yeah, this is real.
What?
Yeah, he
So
got
they're
cancer
squishy or
recently.
what?
He got
likes the-
cancer because he's wearing.
I think
Baby
it's.
shit?
I don't think you're supposed to microwave diapers.
Does
That
he
might be
like
what's
the
wrong.
Oh my
feeling
God.
of the shit? Is that what it is? He
That's
likes the
fucking
squishy
insane.
shit.
He needs help.
Yeah.
This
No,
man needs help.
So do a lot of people on the internet. I've seen they need help, but
But it's well, also, you know, the internet is an outlet for people to get their weird shit out. So these people could be living super normal lives and then
I mean, I get that, but I think
being
they're
someone
healthier.
else on the internet.
That's when I get. Again, we've talked about this. Anyone can do fly or what? Let your freak flag fly.
Yeah, say that 5 times fast, Ben.
freak frag,
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. That's
freak
hard.
flag fry.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, freak flag fly.
Freak flag fly. Freak flag. I can't do it fast.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be bad.
That's
You're
what
gonna
we
be
decided.
dropping R's.
But yeah, I do believe that. But my thing is I draw a line when it gets unhealthy, right?
Oh,
Anyone
yeah.
can be a freak, but like, yeah, if you're sticking dirty shit on your balls from other
Yeah.
people, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I was
Fine,
telling.
you can back up a little
But
bit.
then again, it is baby shit. Like they don't
No,
have
not
any
then
diseases
again.
yet.
That's not
Let
okay.
me just say.
Yeah, let me just say, it's
Let
clean.
me make this very clear.
Are you
It is the
pampered?
cleanest poop on the planet.
Okay.
Are you
okay.
Pamper-chan? Are you
Okay.
Pamper-chan?
Guys, I gotta leave right now.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but like, I don't know. What about shit play? What about adult shit?
Ah, that's okay.
Okay, so
I'm just
listen.
saying, is that
listen.
healthy?
There
that
is-
doesn't seem like a healthy kink.
I learned
You can get diseases, worms.
Yeah, I learned about this. I learned about this thing on the internet. There was this woman who used to post blogs about how she would sometimes go into trash and put trash up her vagina, and then she moved to shit.
Explain. Was there any? Did she
It was
ever
like-
explain
That's
why?
the way you went, and then she moved. to shit.
Just and then from there it progressed, and she got very unhealthy. She had to deal with some worms festering in her vagina, maggots in
What-
her
what- do you
vagina.
know what it-
Honestly, I have a worse one.
Can I ask why? Do you know why she did this?
Depravity, like
Depravity.
Why did she want the trash?
it's a
something
compulsion.
happened.
Some people have these
Oh,
compulsions.
they carried out-
I don't go that.
No,
far,
I
but,
get
like,
it though. That's the whole like, what if I just wrecked into this prison right now or ran off this bridge?
Some people have
Or, like, you
really
have-
poor impulse control because everybody, if you're standing on like the top of a building and
Or
you're
you're
just
compulsive about it, and you just
Yeah.
can't quit.
yeah.
Like if you're naked with some scissors, I bet you're like, what if I just like snipped it out?
and then
And they just go through with it. or
there are
something. I don't
dudes
know.
that have snipped their dicks off with scissors because they were holding them. You know what I mean?
Something.
That's why I never
You don't have those
shave my
fucked up
balls.
thoughts, though? Yeah.
I don't even want to give myself.
I
a
get
chance.
the.
You're
I
like,
get the fucked
it's
up
fucking
thoughts.
Chewbacca
I
I
did
down here,
shave
bro.
for the first time the other day, and like I think it's the first time I've ever shaved my balls. I ripped my ball sack open when I was like 10.
Damn.
Yeah, I fell off a boat winch and it started cranking.
No!
And I just hit
Don't
the
talk
fucking
about a
winch.
boat winch in your balls. What?
But
I
to this-
imagine it cranking up. You're like, no.
Well, I didn't know it had happened until I hit the ground. I went, huh, that hurt like hell. And there was a family ski boating, or like jet skiing. And I remember I just looked down at my Crocs, and this is why I'll never wear Crocs. No tread whatsoever. If I were wearing any other shoe, I would have made it up that boat, and I would have had a nice day. I
And
blame
you
this on I'm coming for you.
And you just got in there and it busted it open.
Yeah, well,
Like-
I fucking slipped on the winch. And
Why'd you go like this? What was that?
that's what I remember specifically.
So did it
Oh,
was
man.
your testicle hanging out of the sack?
One was a little bit but not
Exposed?
Yeah, I could see it.
Oh!
What it looked like?
Never.
Just
Yeah,
like- I don't know. What do you imagine a ball looks
I
like?
don't
outside
know.
of- It kind of looked fake.
What?
Like
what
the
co-
government implanted it.
It has
It's all
lights
white,
in it and
I
shit.
guess.
Was it a little
Ugh.
pink? A little pink like baby bird sack? I don't know what.
It just
looked
looked like a weird looking egg.
Oh
Yeah.
man!
I want to
So-
see it.
I, remember, I see the blood go down the legs.
Whip that sack out, bud.
I've
Tear that
actually-
open.
They did a great job. To this day, I just have a white line where it happened,
Okay.
Mm.
which is pretty awesome. But
Girls
that's-
ever ask you about it?
No, no one has ever looked that closely at my
Okay.
balls ever.
Does everybody have? See, I've
No
never
one's
asked anyone
going,
that. What is this line?
Batman wings, put it around their eyes, go
I love it.
Yeah. No one has ever.
Wait, so you got the regular line like it looks like they were sewn together?
No, it didn't happen down that way. It
Do you have?
happened that.
Does everyone have that
my
though?
God.
So
I've never asked
yes.
about that.
Yeah.
Do they look like
So
they're
horizontal?
supposed to look like they're sewn together?
Right. Right.
There is a little. See, when he said a little white line, I was like, oh, what if something happened to me? And I don't remember it. Oh man.
But I remember there's the family jet skiing, and I just saw blood in my shoes, and I went, huh,
Oh god.
okay. So I ripped my pants down. The family sees it first before I do. And he's got 2 kids, and we went, honey, don't look! Don't look! Like, he's fucking freaking out. Then my dad jumps over the boat.
Oh.
Like
That was a good Bert
Wolverine.
Kreischer impression. You're yelling? That sounded a lot like him.
That
was an accidental impression.
Kreischer
There you
Was
go.
that yelling? Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm fat as shit.
Yeah. Just then you gotta throw in the slight lisp.
Hey guys, I'm fat as shit.
Oh man.
I think when I got to the hospital, we had to park the boat in the emergency lane. So
Yeah.
he had a boat that he had gotten on Craigslist, which was funny because I don't think my dad jumped over the boat to save me. I think the boat wasn't going to work that day because we had been working on it for a year. He's like,
Oh,
oh,
damn.
and he was just like, oh. So yeah, we're in the
There's
emergency
blood on the
lane.
wind.
So the one time you thought your dad was coming to your rescue.
Dude, one time he let me fall off a waterfall.
This is how you learn.
That's the kind of dad I would be, for sure.
No, he
I'd
had a
push my
date,
kid off a waterfall.
And I was like slipping down a waterfall, and the Saudi Daisy blue hole's like pretty high for a fat kid. Like, cause
What does that have to do with it?
you go down fast. You go down so fast.
Oh man.
But
I
then the
fell off a
fat
big
brings
cliff.
you back up so fast too. The buoyancy of your body. It's very.
Ah.
Oh, buddy, I was a fat boy. I was a little butterball.
I'm like just Hollywood fat now. Like I'm a fat best friend in the
You're
movie.
Jonah Hill fat.
Yeah.
No, that dude got huge.
No, I
you're
think I'm
like-
more Seth Rogen right
Okay.
now. I'm like,
No, he's chill.
yeah,
he's chill. You're chill.
He's chill fat.
chill fat.
Relaxed
Who are we
fat.
talking about? Seth. Oh yeah, okay. Never mind.
Who's Seth Rogen again?
You like that?
Yeah,
You
get in
wanna
there.
hear
Do some
mouth
AS.
noises?
Yeah, now we're into the ASMR section of the episode. It's gonna be
It
20,
annoys me. so
20
much.
minutes.
Clarking on this microphone.
That's my favorite one.
20 minutes of mouth noises.
It's a lot of.
Do you like that?
What about?
That's the best part.
It's like a beach.
You guys ever listen to birds?
Our listeners so much.
Oh yeah.
What about? Oh, that's one for sure. Ooh, I bet people are jacking off right now.
You guys like me
You're
kissing your necks?
jacking
Hold on.
off. I know it. The kissing sound. That one's like people that miss their mom at college. They're like, I'm gonna ASMR some kisses.
Yeah.
You're a good little boy.
Oh, see, I don't like that.
You don't like that?
Man, but it's whatever. Like, I ain't even judging on that shit. By the way, to go back, I ain't even judging on that shit. You can do whatever you want as long as it's not unhealthy.
Don't do it.
Right? Or unsafe. Like, there's a point, like we talked about that before. There's a point in, like, BDSM.
Yeah, we can
where
have
it's
fun.
Unsafe. Right? There's a line where it's good, it's hot, sexy.
Yeah, choke me, smack me in the face a little
Yeah,
bit.
but I think my line is blood.
Put the
Like,
ice
I
pick
like-
down.
I like to, yeah. I don't want any actual damage.
Yeah, people that like to be cut and
Ooh,
like, how,
and
what-
the hung
what's your
up, we
stance?
talked about
Yeah,
hung up from
what's
the-
your stance on people getting hooks, being hung from hooks?
Oh.
No.
I thought you were gonna be like,
No.
I'm actually really into it.
My
You'll see
skin
my
would
hook
rip
marks?
off me like fat back. And then they would make chitlins out of me.
Damn.
You kind of sounded excited about that.
Yeah.
I do
It's
eat
kind of
chitlins,
what
bro.
I'm
Oh, so you're into being eaten. You're into
Ooh.
reverse cannibalism.
That's a thing, right? Where they
I
cut
mean,
off a
if
little
I
piece
die,
of their like
whatever
calf
they
and
want to
shit.
do, like
Oh no, you're not dead.
honestly, I'm gonna be too fat for my funeral. I know it. So if somebody just wants
What?
to eat me and take a few pounds
So
off,
you're not interested in taking care of yourself at all?
No, I want to know.
I'm interested to a certain aspect. I just know when 30 hits.
You're how old now?
I'm 21. I
He's
just
21.
know. I've seen every other 30-year-old comic in the scene. It's.
It's bad.
I'm there. I'm
No,
there.
I want to know how much money it would take each of you to cut a piece of your calf off and let someone eat it.
Well, would you still be able to walk around? Like it feels.
Yeah.
Like
You're just gonna have a divot. You're just gonna have a
Yeah.
divot. Have you never seen somebody heal up from having like a chunk?
You never seen someone eat a calf before?
So like people,
Yes and no. Yeah.
the people listening on just the podcast apps will not know which one you said
Yeah.
yes and no
Who
to.
do you? I wonder if you've seen one of
Doesn't
these
matter.
people. Who do you think would eat people just based off of looks?
No, I didn't say how much money it would take to eat the piece of the cat. You're getting paid by a cannibal.
Okay, so
Right.
you
How
take
much-
off a piece of yourself and eat it?
No, they eat it.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. Give me
Yeah, how much you want?
give me like $12, dude.
$12 for a piece of the calf.
Yeah.
What if
bro.
it's a sliver? I just want some of the meat. $12, I'll do that. I'll double that. Right now. I'll do it right now. $100 right now.
$100 you can have the leg, bro.
No, $100. Cut me off a piece of your calf.
Yo, my name's Corey. I'm on methadone. I need the money. $100 for my leg, boys. Hit me up on TikTok. Hit me up. My Venmo's in the description. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
you
just
can
been
just
thinking
send
about it, and I just don't need it.
Just send
you know,
chicken parts and shit. This would be a good scam.
send
you
them
know?
chicken parts.
Yeah, like say you're cutting off your calf and like show a CGI'd little movie you make, and then like send them chicken parts. You make a
Just
lot of money.
really bad hand drawn cartoon of you cutting your leg.
It's just a
No,
lot of cuts.
that's a lot more work for $100.
But
Than
this
just
is a
getting rid of
business.
that leg.
Wait,
This is
you
a new
just get
business.
the if you don't like send it, you get the $100.
No, you send
And then
them
if
the
they're
chicken.
like, I would like to report this to the Better Business Bureau. I did not
It's not
get
real
my human
human.
leg.
Yeah, exactly. This is why the dark web is a good investment.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
but no, you don't want to do it on the dark web because those fuckers will find you.
Well,
They'll be like, "That's that motherfucker that don't sell real legs."
Yeah, that motherfucker don't front legs, mother.
don't fuck with him. Yeah, his human ain't real. Damn. You know that's the problem. It's like it's a bad meat vendor. You
Yeah.
know?
And
Like,
you
send
have
it
heard
away.
that story.
That's fucking Terry. Just send you his mixtape.
Yeah. Human meat, $100. Send mixtape.
Like, cool.
I like
By
that.
the way, I didn't get the leg, but if you could check this out, me and my band are performing.
Yeah, dude. I actually like this tactic. I'm into it.
Okay, so that's how we're gonna viral market our music.
Yeah.
from now
We'll
on.
just dark web act like we have human meat
yeah.
and yes, set up a whole ring.
Oh, it'd
And
be
then
awesome
just
to
send out music.
rickroll pedophiles.
Hey, you always on some vigilante shit. I'm always trying to make schemes for money. You're always trying to make schemes.
You're like, I want the pedophiles' money, Davey. You just want to.
I mean, we'll
you
kill
want to
them after
cause
we get their
unrest
money.
in the pedophile community.
No, fuck you. I'm saying for anything, you know, it's just like that would be a sidebar to it. We would kill and rob the pedophiles, so we get something out of it. Finance, you know, not just killing them, just for what morals. Fuck, like
Morals, cream, dollar bill, y'all.
yeah, dude.
Cream, get the money, dollar bill. Taking out the pedophiles is second tier. It's happening.
It's not second tier. It is the main reason you would go after them.
Do
But you
have
should
any,
also
like-
rob them.
Do you have any like actual papers? I seem to have left my
I
papers
just
at
have those
home.
cones, bro. It's gonna take me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes, I'll do it.
What, to go get papers
No, to pack a cone,
of tobacco?
that'll take even longer, probably.
It'll take longer. What if I just?
Are you gonna waste a
stringy.
cone on tobacco?
I know I'm not gonna do that, but I don't have any smokes otherwise, bro.
Take mine.
I'm gonna take yours. That's what
Don't
I'm gonna
take
do.
too many.
I'm gonna take like 8 of them right now.
I
I can't
I'm-
afford that. You
I
cannot.
can't. I can't drive.
Hey, do you
tonight.
guys ever get angry at
I get angry.
Yeah,
Hell
I get
yeah.
angry all day.
So mad.
I am just angry.
You seen the
Yeah,
dents
dude.
in my forehead? I get angry.
Yeah, I
Uh,
am mad.
I'm a demon.
I always get angry when people. If you ever heard people like quote Monty Python in conversation,
No, I don't
Or-
hang out with too many.
or like, or
comedians.
no, not that.
What about it
Like,
makes you
okay, what about
angry?
it? Somebody being like the cake is a lie
Mm.
in conversation, or like a bad video game, or just something awful. My immediate thing is I want to go for the fucking eyes. And for those of you who are listening,
that.
I am putting
He's
my
gouging.
thumbs, I'm
Yeah, for those
gouging
who are
eyes
listening,
out.
he's putting his thumbs into the edges of the eyes and gouging them out. And
Yeah, every time I hear I fucking need general direction, I'm like,
Okay.
I'm coming for you.
that's a harsh move,
Okay.
bro.
Is it because you respect Monty Python's that
I
much?
I
that you
love
don't-
Monty Python. It's just like everybody's seen the Holy Grail. It's like that Onion article where it's like, oh, she'll be, my date will be super impressed by all of my Monty Python quotes.
Okay, right. I feel that.
Yeah, I find myself accidentally quoting a lot of comedians. I
Oh, dude,
always
I
reference them.
way too much.
Always say their name though. If I say something that's in reference, I'll always
Imagine
give,
the-
even in my own life. Like
Yeah, it's
I'm
like, it
alone
doesn't
or
matter
with
if
one
you-
person.
I have
know?
the same problem because it's like it won't matter if you just tell somebody something funny at work. But for
I
some
have
reason,
to tell them.
Hey,
though,
yeah, I
it's
have
not
to tell them who
fair.
it is, and they're like, "Oh my God, will you shut up, you fucking Family Guy machine?"
Yeah,
I
You
get it.
reference-
that was
yeah.
Family Guy. We know.
Yeah,
We
But-
fucking know.
yeah. I don't feel right taking a laugh.
Yeah.
For like, if even my girl laughs, I'm like, that was so and so's joke from this thing, and I have to use put a little asterisk in a reference. They don't feel fair. I'm stealing their joke.
in the
and their laugh.
in the Wikipedia of your life.
There's a bunch of asterisks, and then it was
Bunch of links to different articles.
and it was all deleted.
I really
You don't like my going sad all the time. That's like my main move.
getting sad. I think all three of us are sad boys.
Yeah, I got a fist bump.
You
And
got a
a
high five.
high
and a
five.
fist
Fuck
bump.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
We get along. Yeah. I didn't. Oh, it's the first time we met.
I don't, want to
think
brag
people
or
understand
anything. I just think I might be the best guest it's been.
that. Yeah.
Oh yes.
They're very natural.
Yeah, you're good, man. You can come
Hey.
back whenever. We will have you
You are
back
good.
whenever.
My
Yeah, I want to
boys.
see you stand up. I want to see
Oh, dude,
you want to
stand-up
perform
is so
me a tight 60 seconds.
16 seconds.
Make this motherfucker laugh. Are you
Family-
funny or not?
Family's a lot. I don't support this behavior, but I will do it.
Okay.
My
I like.
family's a lot like a penis. I don't like mine.
Okay. Yeah. That's there. And actually, before you started your set, you made me laugh. So that's what's important. The setup to your set was funny. So, bam.
Okay, so all
I can see
you
that.
literally have to do is just look at Toby and you're good.
What's that mean?
Toby loves eye contact.
I do not like it. I'm currently switching between you two because you're freaking me out.
Oh, I am shit.
No, yeah, look at him in the eyes.
No. Stop looking at me.
I love. Have you noticed when?
Do you see how much his demeanor changed?
Now I'm like, now I looked up when you were talking. I went, and went to the floor. It's making me uncomfortable now.
I love when white guys get high and y'all just like look at the floor for like 40 minutes and say, "I'm about to head out." Like,
That's what I was just about to do. It's very relevant. Oh man, that's a good joke.
I got it from that Dave Chappelle one. The where he's like, when white people get high, they just talk about other times they got high.
Yeah. It's like 2 bongs. What was it? 2 cheeseburgers. I forget his list. He had a list for the white guy night. It was like 2 shots Jaeger, 2 cheeseburgers.
I need a cheeseburger right now.
Cheeseburger around hell.
That's like
cheeseburger around hell.
Plantation Dave. Oh, cheeseburger right now.
I did have an idea for a sketch that was just like a prison warden, but he's like super nice.
Okay.
And
Okay.
He's just like,
What does that mean?
now, Toby, I heard you need some water down there. I know you've been cracking away at these rocks all day. Here you go. It's
you
all
can't
right.
say Toby in a southern accent.
I
can't.
just
It
realized
sounds-
that.
Dude, that's a weird thing. Even
Now,
though,
Keaton. much. I'm not gonna say what color name, but
what color name?
I do not discriminate here on this work yard. I think. All
Yeah,
right.
that's plantation. That's not what's a warden.
President Walden now.
Warden's
Yeah. Now that sounds even more.
You're a good southern.
It's a little deeper.
You're a
But
good
the
southern warden.
No, I don't like it.
You don't like this voice, Toby.
I don't like the southern warden.
Well,
Do New York warden. New York warden. It's like I'm just taking
Oh, wait,
care of
I
my
can do a really
business
good
here.
Joe Rogan. I mean, not Joe Rogan. Fucking Joey Coco TS.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
let's hear it.
So Joe Rogan, I was fucking eating out a fucking monkey. It was I was on Viking for 7 days, Joe Rogan. I can't even tell you. So I was,
That's really good.
I like
That's
it.
that's good.
it's all about the
Yeah.
the air.
We should do,
like there's
um,
air around the fat.
We should definitely
Oh,
do segments for the podcast where you call in as
Oh, that would be
I
as
love
sweet.
Joey
that
Diaz.
So much.
Yeah.
yeah, as different characters. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Because we take call-ins when we're doing them live. But like you can come back and do this whenever. But we should also do like little
That'd be
videos
fun,
for
though.
the YouTube channel. And if you ever want to do a skit, man, we got equipment for it and shit. So.
Wait, I've got a skit right now.
Let's do it.
You got a skit right now?
Yeah, can
Make
you
us
play
characters
music
in
over
it.
this?
No, not right now. Unless we
Shit.
do it from our phones.
I just said
That'll
yeah.
work.
And
I can do it.
So you guys.
Wait, no,
have-
give us characters in it.
okay, after the commercial, you're gonna call the phone. Okay,
After the commercial.
you're gonna be like, "Are you the
What are we
guys
talking about?
from the commercial with the?" You'll improv it. You'll hear. It.
Give me lines.
Yeah.
What commercial? What are we talking about?
Okay, just start the music. I'll start the commercial.
and
So
Toby needs like an hour of
you
preparation.
say-
Yeah, like, I have to get my zone.
He's
I'll
totally
just
method.
point it. Well, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. I'll just if it.
What
doesn't
kind of
work,
music you need?
Hold on. I think I've got it on my phone. It's antidepressant music
Alright.
from an
fuck yeah.
I like
antidepressant
this.
commercial.
Let's get into it.
This is so you see those antidepressants commercials where it's a guy like sitting in his bed like staring out the window like it's
Right.
all sad and shit. It's like, Art, do you have this problem? Okay, so here we go. Just press play. We'll shove it in the microphone. Hi. Do you have a small penis? Like so small. Very small. Do women laugh at it or call it cute, bud? Hey? It's okay. It's okay, man. It's all gonna be okay. Call our number. Do you have trouble peeing at the urinal with your boys because they'll make fun of you? Okay.
I
okay.
need the guy.
Yeah, you're the guy in the commercial. Do you own a gun? You probably shouldn't. Because we have men on our phone lines now with big penises. To tell you it's not all it's cracked up to be.
I'm doing to the deaf people.
Pick up that phone. 1-800-555-5551. Come and pick up that phone. We've got men with big penises on the line waiting for you to pick up that phone. All right, somebody want to pick up the phone?
Yeah. Hey, hello.
Hi.
Yeah. Is this the dick pill thing?
Well, I have a very large penis actually, but no, this is Suicide Hotline. How may I help you?
Oh, the ad on the television said that this was.
Yeah, we know our demographic.
Oh.
It's called marketing, sir.
Well, in that case, this is just a really dark time for me right now. And the fact that I have such a small dick.
Do you own a gun?
Oh yeah.
We thought you would.
Kill yourself.
Yeah, this is okay.
What? Yeah, that was nice and dark. Oh, I'm not supposed to speak.
Do you have a small
No, it's
penis?
okay.
No, that was
I'm
good.
miming
I have
this
to
one.
piss.
You're
like,
miming
and
things
then-
on an audio medium.
Yeah. This is that's the. I love it.
No, I like that though. We should film that.
Oh yeah, that would be.
We should
so
do like
much
a
fun. I've got a whole sketch written out. For you.
Okay, fuck yeah, we should.
Yeah, and I fucked up
That's
the
a good song.
punchline too. It was supposed to be like, yes, the Suicide Hotline, and yes, I have a very big penis. I feel like it works better the other way around.
So the
Somebody-
first segment of the sketch is
they
the
just killed
commercial.
themselves at the end, right?
Yes.
Because they're like, that dude had a big dick and told me to fuck myself. I'm about to. Yeah, I get it. What did I just say?
I gotta
Damn.
pee. Is it cool if I?
Yeah, dude. If you
Either-
can.
I take the microphone in there with me?
No.
Oh,
Is it long enough?
No.
dude, how did?
Okay. Can I get an echo
That was a
out
weird-
of the bathroom door
did you
and
see-
I say ASMR?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cats can push open doors
That was a
all
dog.
the time.
All right. Be safe. Be careful.
Yeah, you better be careful.
It's bad.
We're gonna contort here because this room is actually very fucking small.
Yes.
I know
Well,
it looks-
I think, for being a bull in a china shop, I just.
Yeah,
killed
dude,
that.
you're graceful, man.
Oh shit.
grabbed your pants. The little knob grabbed your pants.
It was like, where are
sometimes.
you going, big
Wait.
boy?
This is a closet. I made it for you.
This here? This is a closet.
Is the knob? Think it's like the
the
guard
guardian.
of the closet.
Yeah, it's the guardian, man.
That's weird. Just think about knobs for a second, man. What do? They allow us access to things. They are the guards. The guards are drawers.
Mm.
You know, knobs and handles.
They're the things that
Think
let
about-
you in.
Have you ever really thought about knobs and handles? Have you ever really taken a second to understand that they are like that's where you get clearance?
Yeah, dude, they're like, this
From,
dude's
you know,
okay.
Everybody puts it on the door or the drawer, but it's really about the knobs and the handles.
It's always about the knobs and the handles. It's always been
So
about the knobs
abstract.
and the handles.
I could be a fucking artist. I'd be a piss artist. I'd piss on my shit.
You'd piss on your shit. You'd piss
I
in your
pissed
shit.
on that painting in there that I have.
Yeah.
That I did. I burned it with cigarettes. I lit it on fire. I pissed on it,
Great.
and I rubbed all of my fingers on it. I should have rubbed my dick on it. What are you doing?
I don't know what that was.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Sound like your phone.
I don't know. I'll never tell.
It's just
It's a mystery. It's left up to the
Maybe-
fates.
a liar.
I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. I just paint colorful
Straight-
truths.
I'm an artist.
I'm an
God damn it,
artist.
I'm an autistic artiste.
An autist. I can hear that high-pitched moan, which probably means he's done in the bathroom.
I just heard that and I was like, am I having a fucking stroke?
Yep.
Yeah, bro, that's
It's a common
that's
thing.
the blood seeping into your brain.
Yeah, what? That was the scariest noise I think I've ever heard in my
I
life.
like that. I'm glad that you heard it in my house.
That makes me feel real close
The
to
worst
you.
part is I'm on blood pressure medication. and
Really?
I have a panic
it's like-
attack. My ears will ring, and I went, "Oh no!"
Oh shit! So it's
I sat there for
really
just-
relevant. Damn.
Yeah.
There you go. Is that one a left ear? Some of them are different. Is
What do you
yours a
mean?
Yours is a left.
Yeah,
ear.
They're
mine's
all
this
left
right.
ear.
No, I've seen a lot of right ears.
Then they're wearing them wrong.
That's stupid
Yeah.
ass.
The cord is always on the left.
I don't know if
unless
always
it's double.
is a safe thing.
Unless it's double.
No. I don't think it's a safe bet. I think I have one that comes from the right.
I think that you're wearing them backwards.
I think I can read R and L.
I
And
don't know.
Always look.
I don't think
Nope.
you do. I don't think you do.
You gotta be kidding me because
You-
I've always looked.
Are you having a fun at me?
Are you having a seizure right now? Oh wait,
I think I might be having a stroke.
stroke. Yeah, a seizure. That's bad.
Help.
Man, I can imagine. I've had some seizures like from drugs.
Did you?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. When I was
like-
trying to get off Klonopin, I would just be like,
Oh no, on drug. Like just that. I don't. Yeah. I don't
anytime
know.
I would get real tense on like an acid trip, and you're just like,
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Okay. Okay. Speaking of getting all Joe Rogan with it, have you ever done DMT?
I gotta work my way up to that. I've had a lot of trips, but
Yeah.
like that I feel like at the wrong time would fuck me in half.
It can if you're trying to be in control. It's one of those things that you just have to let take you.
Yeah, well, I haven't been practicing Buddhism, so I don't know a lot about how to just to let go.
I like that.
Well, what it does
That's
is
funny.
so it
How much do you love the shit that you're holding on to, though? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, so it'll be easy.
It's
It's just I have OCD. It's like you
well then you might love it.
It'll be fine.
Really?
Yeah, because what it does is so it's basically dying. It's basically a mental death.
No, I've had like ego death while tripping. It's just
But
no,
if you
this is
if you're
real.
OCD though, I think the ability to oversee your mind and compartmentalize things will be like very pleasing.
Yeah,
no,
right, if you're OCD.
that's what I plan to. I would love to get to in my life. It's just when you have it, it's just like
well that first time it kind of it shows you that everything you've done in your life up until now has led you to this point, like every decision. So it basically puts your past,
behind you, I guess. Right?
Kind of, yeah. It compartmentalizes it into basically like I would say like visual Tetris. So it's your life flashing before your eyes. So when people have
would
near
not
death
like
experience,
that.
but no, it just gives you this overwhelming calm of like you
So you
of
see
acceptance.
these things, but you just don't. You're just like, okay, yeah.
Because they happened. Like, what are you supposed to do? It's like because in this
It's a weird, stressful calm. I know what you mean. It's like, it's so much information that you can't help but calm down because if you don't,
You're gonna.
it's not going to help.
Yeah.
It's not that it's something bad's going to happen. It's
Have
just
you
not
done
going
it
to
as
help.
well?
Oh, yeah.
we used to extract it together.
Well, I heard you can extract it pretty much anywhere for the most part.
Well, DMT is in literally every living thing on the planet.
yeah, yeah.
But it's you. The best way to get it is out of like roots of plants that are high in content with it. You get the most yield from it because if you were to like, you'd have to use so much grass. Like if you were gonna get it out of grass, you know,
What, like a bag of lawn clippings?
no, we're talking a shit ton. But
Well, it's like just like a yeah. I've been microdosing DMT.
I've
you
just been
can't-
eating my grass.
yeah, you can't microdose. But this shit.
I
So
don't know.
as soon as you inhale,
Hey, I'm with him.
well, no, that'd be ayahuasca. That's a different thing. If you make it soluble and digestible in your
Yeah.
gut, then it's
can do
ayahuasca.
it.
Would you say ayahuasca's better?
Now, my question is, would you consider DMT that was made water soluble ayahuasca? Right? No, there's a form of it that's turned back.
Okay,
right?
maybe you're right.
And you
I
can
can see that.
you could microdose it, but it would just make it wouldn't. It would just remind you of
I
the
don't
idea
know,
of it.
because
it wouldn't,
it's-
like get you anywhere. You could function.
DMT is like the lifting of the veil. You see the overlaying pattern that's in everything. You see that everything is in its place as it should be.
So maybe you see a light version of that, right? Maybe you would see just a
Yeah, maybe
all
you're
day.
able to go to work
or
and you're
something.
still going.
Just kind of. I remember.
I get this. Maybe you'd be incredible at everything since you see the
It's
pattern.
limitless.
Yeah,
bro.
dude, you turn into Bradley Cooper. You're the most handsome man 2012.
No, that's Adderall.
No, let's do this.
Um,
I'm gonna change my whole business model.
yeah, bro, I dropped out of high school at 17 to extract DMT with this dude. We were doing it out
Wow.
of like a stranger to me's apartment. He like who was just cool with us living there and doing that.
No,
Yeah.
we had a lot. Of
And then we hit the
good
road
stuff.
trying to sell it. We went to like North Carolina and shit, trying to hawk it to people. Good
Oh,
That
yeah.
times.
was
lot of
before
times with
people
it.
knew about it too. I guess. I mean,
Well, no,
Well, people have been doing it since like the 60s.
no, I know, but Joe Rogan wasn't screaming about it around that time.
yeah.
He was though
I
a
know, I
big
get what he
proponent in
means,
bringing making that movie, the Spirit Molecule
Yeah.
movie. He was a big advocate. For
Yeah, and
getting
we
that
were reading
made.
the book.
Yeah.
What years before?
Yep.
I feel like a hipster.
Well, I've
Was
actually
into
read
it
a
before
lot of
it's cool.
Terrence McKenna.
Since so,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, that's
a weird
really-
approach.
That's a good thing to read. He was fucking insane.
You know, Jim Carrey was supposed to play him in a movie.
Right. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, Jim Carrey was supposed to play Terrence McKenna.
That's why he got all weird.
Yeah, he got all weird. He got the beard. The movie never got
Yeah.
made. I mean, they shot
Yeah.
a few like test
Yeah.
things or whatever. I don't know what to call them.
So I think that he experimented with a bunch of psychedelics. I think he'd already been doing a lot of psychedelics, but he got more into like what McKenna was doing to try to put
Dude,
himself
Jim
in that.
Carrey got fucking out there.
Exactly, but he was doing that. He got that way in preparation for playing
really?
Terrence McKenna.
Damn.
I've done a lot. I did a lot of psychedelics during my acting days.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was only 2
What
years.
did you
but-
like? what was your favorite?
I remember before a big scene that I did. It was I played Uncle Vanya.
Okay.
You ever see Uncle Vanya?
Mm-mm.
It's like a Anton Chekhov play in the final scene. What was weird, my teacher knew I was kind of suicidal at the time, but she gave me a character that was going to kill himself.
Oh shit!
And I was just like,
She wanted some real acting from you.
yeah,
she was like, maybe he'll actually do it this time.
basically. So I remember I went into a shed with some old friends.
Went into a shed.
Yeah, and I
It's a
had
good way to start a
3
story.
grams of mushrooms and 4 hits, and I downed all of it.
Mushrooms in a shed. Why was it in a shed? I'm
He
not
just
caught up on
lived
that.
in a shed at the time.
Lived in it. What's a shed?
Who is this friend?
What's
Who
a
is this
shed?
fucking like?
In someone's backyard?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, his parents lived there. He just lived in the shed.
It's a shed kid.
Yeah, he was a shed kid. They pushed him out of the house. So,
Get out of here, shed kid.
I just remember
You stink too much.
I had such a weird trip before that, and I think I did that performance.
Dude, I think
2
keeping a
days
dog
after.
in a shed is fucking torture. Keeping a kid in a shed, damn.
I'm weirdly more okay with keeping a kid in a shed than a dog.
Because a kid could get out and go do shit, right?
Kids
So,
are crafty, man.
Yeah, you just
he
open
can
the
take that
latch.
chain right off him.
So 2 days later, you did the thing.
Damn, I thought
Yeah,
that
and
was
it was a pretty good performance, I'd say.
Yeah?
I have no. I guess. Hold on. No, I don't have an answer for it. The trip was just.
So you like mushrooms, though?
I haven't really been into mushrooms since like last summer. I had a really bad trip. I had to go back to therapy.
Mushrooms
Oh.
are hard.
Yeah.
Like, that's not
why
one of my
I like
favorites.
acid just because, or LSD,
Yeah,
because it's less.
you would like
I mean, you're
DMT, then.
introspective, but
yeah.
you're not. to
Mushrooms
the-
is like, I'll cycle a lot. Did you ever do anything like that? Like, get caught in something or like.
Get caught in a loop.
Yeah, well, no, somebody, I remember I broke up with this person at the beginning of the summer last year, and somebody gave me like a 30 strip for free.
Oh.
And so I was just doing like, and they were double dipped, so I would do like 2 hits a week for like fucking 3 months or something.
Oh.
Not 3, I don't know the exact time.
That's-
It was a while.
That seems healthy.
It was not, I mean, it was awesome.
I really want to get into microdosing, like either mushrooms or LSD.
Yeah, oh, dude, I've done
Just like
microdosing.
tiny
It's
little
fun.
doses. Like I've done like maybe like 4 days in a row doing the microdosing on mushrooms.
I had to work at a shitty, you know the theme park around here.
Yeah.
What is it?
The shitty theme park around
Okay.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it. It's like Winnie. No one from there is gonna watch this. I mean,
Okay.
not in a
Well,
bad way.
we also like we try to keep it vague on where we are a little
Oh
bit.
yeah. So Lake Winnie, Pacifica,
In Northern
name.
Ireland, in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah. It's all their carnival rides. Or no, they're just carnival rides. They aren't amusement park rides. It's just imagine a carnival ride, but it sits there and it rots.
Yeah, it doesn't move. It
Yeah,
is
it
not.
doesn't move.
It's stationary.
So I remember the first time I ever worked there. I didn't want to work there, and I had to work as a clown that year.
What
And,
just happened?
Oh shit.
Oh, did you kill us?
Oh whoops. Here it is.
You're all good. Okay.
I kind of
We're
liked
back.
it. It was refreshing.
It was refreshing to
hear
have
some
silence.
for a sec. Yeah, it was.
If you guys would just shut the fuck up and let my ears breathe.
Yeah, no, it was nice. It was fine.
It's pretty nice. But I remember I microdosed because it was my birthday that day, and I was coming in working, and I took like maybe half a gram or just a little bit, and I was like, "This place
Yeah.
is beautiful."
Not enough to like
And I
freak
want-
out.
Look at
on.
that.
Yeah, no, and I was like, "Why am I enjoying this so much?" I went, "Oh, like,
I'm under the influence.
yeah,
I'm inebriated.
I'm coming in not high on a psychedelic, just like." Okay.
Dude, the weirdest doing psychedelics and going to school is always a bad
I did
idea.
that, yeah.
It's such a bad idea.
I had to do an acting program on acid.
Oh shit, that doesn't seem too bad.
That was
That seems
insane.
challenging.
It was.
Wow.
Because I wrote the scene. It was supposed to be a silent scene.
And
I-
you're like,
That'd be so
yeah, I'm
hard.
like going.
Oh god.
And so I have to convey what I'm doing, that I started at a place and I ended at a place, or I'm going somewhere silently through the scene. And I didn't write the scene that week, so I woke up still on acid. And I went, fuck. And I grabbed a pen and I wrote down that the scene was that I forgot
Oh, that's
to
the
write.
best time. Like once you've slept and like come down a little bit, though, your mind's really clear.
Mine wasn't. I was also like
You were still,
hammered.
yeah.
Mm.
So you were
Yeah,
still
because I remember.
woke up still tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that shit. You take what? You think you're still
You're like,
dreaming?
but I'm still
For,
here.
like,
I'm
the
tapped out. This is
Yeah.
supposed to stop.
For the first couple minutes, you're like, I'm not awake yet, and you're like, no, this is my day now.
I love
My life
coming
now,
down
shit.
super early in the morning though, when the sun's coming up and everything's like
and you get
fuzzy.
to see everything. Yeah,
I love
I
it.
like the clear-minded day after a trip. Really.
Oh yeah,
So
dude.
much.
There
It's
was-
like you took a bath.
Yeah.
Like you took a deep bath and just like feel so clean and just want to see shit.
For some reason, my mom was always super cool to me when she knew that I had come home after an acid trip.
Yeah.
She was always very gentle with me, like, which was very not like her. Because, like, even when
Okay.
she would see me smoking
That's
weed,
weird.
she would just be able to tell that I'm, like, coming down off of, like, a psychedelic. Because I would also be more loving. Like,
Yeah.
so I remember one time I came home, we were up at High Ridge, and we tripped all night. So we used to just go up to this hiking trail, park his truck, and dose, and just stay there all night.
Wow. How would it get when it got dark?
Oh, dude, we'd have a fire.
Oh,
And I remember
shit.
this one time I just picked up this flaming log and just like would blow on it so I could see all the ridges lighting up with the fire for like hours. It was like, you're like, yeah, I
I
love
know I
that.
referenced that.
Oh my God.
You see a lot in that. In fire, you know.
And then I remember getting home though. It was when I still had a motorcycle. I would drive that motorcycle so fucked up, like I don't know. I think it was just me being a fucking teenager, like, and just not having any other mode of transportation. Just being like, well, this is it. This is like, because I spent my
It's
mom.
the only way to get home.
Yeah, my mom wouldn't get me a car, and so she let me spend my entire life savings up until that point on a motorcycle. So
what move is that?
yeah, she was like, she's like, I don't support it. I'm not gonna buy it for you, so you can use your life savings for it. And I was like, what? No college? I wasn't gonna go to college anyways.
Yeah,
Fuck that. Fuck college.
Get a motorcycle.
But yeah, fuck college. Get a motorcycle.
Sure.
Wreck it. Sell it to a fucking
No,
hippie.
we should keep that. Yeah, fuck college, get a motorcycle.
Yeah.
That just promotes reckless behavior.
Mm.
I like
No,
that.
the best behavior.
Depends on how you look at it, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Well-
opposed to me. I just got like bullied all the time, and I wore anime T-shirts that did that. Like I was like,
Oh.
you know,
Why were you wearing
Anime
midriffs?
cargo.
Okay.
Shirt. No, I was just fat. Like shirts would always pull up. I'd raise my arms a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, it's just really high on the shelf.
Yeah, I would walk around like this all day just so I would never like pull my shirt and have my tummy stick out.
Oh man.
Don't look at
What's
my
anime
belly.
t-shirts? What are you talking about? I never watched any. Really got into anime.
Oh, dude, you gotta check out this. You ever heard of Junji Ito?
No.
It's this horror manga artist. He's like, it's fucking horrifying shit that he
Oh,
draws.
I love
Hell
it.
yeah.
He's
What's
got a
it?
few
Say the
books.
name.
Junji Ito.
Junji Ito.
Yeah, I have a
Whoa.
book. When it's I'm finished with, I'll
I'll
let you
look
borrow
that
it, man. It's Uzumaki. It's about this town that goes crazy, like H.P. Lovecraft crazy.
Love it.
When they see a spiral.
Okay.
Oh man, it's so
What?
fucking
Say it one more time.
Uzumaki.
Fuck you. What? what was the name?
Oh, Junji Ito. J-U-N-J-I.
I don't-
Sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
J-U.
Oh,
Like, sorry, I don't.
You guys ever
Let's
heard of
do that in
Takashi Miike?
J.
Takashi
No, say it
Miike,
again.
no.
J-U.
Tell me
Dude,
about it.
He's this Japanese director. He's got this.
Jenga,
He's got two
yeah.
movies you gotta check out: Audition, Visitor Q.
Oh yes, I've
and,
seen Audition. Oh, fuck.
Audition is fucking.
Oh fuck.
Because
I've
it
been in
starts
there.
off this.
I like Ichi the Killer
Compelling-
too.
Yeah, Ichi the Killer. I love the soundtrack to Ichi
Oh,
the
yeah.
Killer.
Type that fucking word in there.
What was your favorite anime when you were a kid?
Oh man, I had a lot. I'm still in anime now because my favorite hobby is when I trip on acid. The last few movies that I watched were. Wait, I gotta answer the kid thing.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like, did you watch Toonami when you got home from
Oh,
school?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Z, Inuyasha. Did you watch Inuyasha? Did you watch
Inuyasha was a big one for me.
like Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. Isn't that the one with the fucking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trigun.
Trigun was dope. My favorite was probably like Cowboy Bebop.
Hell
because
yeah.
When I was a kid, my parents I had no supervision whatsoever, so I'd stay up every night before school,
Yep.
all through my childhood watching Adult Swim.
Yep,
And then
yep.
on Saturdays, it would be the Toonami section along with the Cartoon Network section.
Dude,
And,
I love Lupin the Third.
Lupin the Third is
Shit's
pretty fucking
dope.
dope. Yeah.
Damn, Toby.
But yeah, I watched.
What up, Todd?
I watched Metropolis and some Studio Ghibli movies on 4 hits, and that was just
Oh
like,
shit!
talk about watching a canvas just.
Like
being
Metropolis,
painted.
like the old school black and white.
No, dude. It's based off that, but the guy who wrote Akira
Okay.
and animated it, and
I
the
love
guy
Akira.
who created Astro Boy, like Golden Age, like
Yeah.
he was still alive when this is made.
Oh shit!
They both worked on this movie, and it was their own spin on Metropolis.
Fuck yeah! I'll check that out.
The movie ends with fucking Japan exploding,
Love it.
or Tokyo exploding, set to Ray Charles.
Love it. That's perfect.
Oh, and the whole soundtrack's jazz.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's
Dude.
insanely good.
Fuck. Oh shit! What was I gonna say? Big O was bullshit. I never liked Big O. Loved Gundam. Like old school Gundam Wing. None of that other shit. None of that other new shit. I never liked that stuff.
Ghost in the Shell was dope.
Ghost in the Shell was dope. Fucking the original Aeon Flux. That used
Aeon,
to-
oh fuck, I love Aeon Flux. I used to have a PSP, and I had the UMDs,
Yeah.
and I had the whole show, and I would just watch it at school. I
Dude.
would just go and take a shit, and then just pop it out and just be like, "This is a cool shit."
Yeah, I love that fucking animation style. Oh fuck. Other anime, dude. Dragon Ball was just my life for a long
Dragon
time.
Ball was dope. Did you ever see Evangelion?
Oh yeah, Evangelion's good.
Oh man, I watched that way too high for the first time last summer.
Yeah, that one's pretty insane.
Yeah, because I got to the movie and I was just like, okay, not only is the animation quality jumped, I'm higher now. to finish these last 12 episodes.
Let's see here. What like what was the movie that you watched on repeat as a kid?
Fuck, it's probably The Pest.
Really?
What's that?
Well,
John
that-
Leguizamo?
Yeah, if we're talking
Where
about
he's
how
like
young-
shitting in a tree?
Yeah. I'm ridiculous. Like a book of rice, stick to this.
I never seen that. The Pest.
It's not a good movie.
It's really not.
I love bad movies.
It
though.
goes-
But
I like
the
it.
the beginning of the movie is probably the best part, and then it's just downhill from there.
Then it turns into the most dangerous game.
Yeah, it's just the
Oh.
Nazis
He, like, gets-
want to kill him.
He gets
Yeah.
hunted on an island. It's weird.
I like that.
Super fucking weird.
You're
We
like,
did a
I'm into that.
we did a commentary for the Super Mario Brothers movie with John Leguizamo.
Oh god damn.
Yeah, that used to be one of my on repeat movies as a kid.
He surprisingly turned into a pretty good actor. Like, I mean, he was never bad.
Did you watch The Happening? M. Night Shyamalan's The
He's
Happening?
the only good part of that movie.
Really? You thought he was good in that? Oh,
Honestly, out of all the other performances, it's like his is like,
well, I think all of that is intentional.
oh really?
Yeah, I think that movie's supposed to be schlocky.
Wait, hold on. What if it's the the spores have just
Schlocky.
ruined their brains?
Yeah,
Wait, I just found it out.
schlocky is like
Schlock, you know.
bad, like bad in a.
Never heard that word.
I'm gonna see if
Schlocky.
there's an actual like definition for schlocky.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Movie I watched on repeat.
Is that Yiddish?
Probably.
Go off.
Chutzpah.
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 There you go. You got it. What? What? That was good.
Oh God.
Schlock. Also schlock. Slang. Something such as merchandise or literature that is inferior or poorly
That's it.
made.
Schlocky?
I know you've heard the term before.
Have you never heard this?
There are times when
Never ever heard this.
he also takes the H out of humble when he says it.
Humble.
It's something I like to do. Right here. Push that goddamn butt. Schlocky.
Schlocky.
schlocky. I've heard schlock, but you know.
It's very schlocky. Now it's losing its meaning to me.
It's nothing.
Now it's not a word to me
real.
anymore. Dude, you're all about the
Cheap.
Turkish blends, aren't
It's
you?
just cheap or trashy.
Hell yeah. Dude, I used to
It's a
smoke those
Yiddish
Turkish
term,
jades.
right?
Huh?
It sounds Yiddish.
I
It
gotta- I gotta
probably
quit
is.
smoking,
Cheap or
Jesus.
trashy. Schlock or a schlocky. Or schlocky would be the adjective to the noun schlock.
Yep.
That's not fucking
That's how words
real
work.
language.
I love how
though. That's not
listeners at
English
home
language.
can see me slowly degrade throughout this podcast. Like, oh, I'm super talking to the game.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, dude,
that's how this podcast works.
we
bro.
have gotten so bad. Our worst one was like when we were doing were we doing dabs or were we just like
No,
I think
you
I-
put
I
some
put-
shit
do
on a
dabs.
joint.
I
You
can't
put
do
Put
dabs.
something
you put some
on it.
oil on a joint.
It was something like that, but like
We got too hot
to
to
the
finish.
point to
Yeah,
where we
I
were like,
can't-
why are we doing this? What's up with our lives? Like, why
There's
are we?
some-
We got real introspective and had to end it.
That's one thing I hate about stoners. They never tell you there is such a thing as getting too high to do something.
Yeah, I mean,
They're like, oh yeah, I could
It's
function all
rare.
day, and then fucking Kevin Smith wrote Tusk.
it's
So
yeah,
that's where
I
we-
love that. I love that movie.
There are parts of it that I love. I just don't know what. There's
It's
no,
just
like-
really original. That's why I love it so much, dude. We don't see much of that shit. I feel like.
Yeah,
anymore.
dude, I mean, there's original that's good.
Well, no, I love
Did you
just.
see The Lighthouse?
I love like that. I don't know. I just love the
That
style
shit
of
was
it.
insane.
Lighthouse. I don't think I've seen that.
It's Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe going crazy in a lighthouse. It's black
Okay.
and white, and it's shot like in 4:3 to make the shots super. That's not the right number,
Really
but
tight.
it's all letterbox to make the whole film seem like extremely claustrophobic.
Oh, okay. Now I love. That's my thing. Is like I love psychological thrillers, stuff like that. Other than comedy, that's pretty much all I watch. It's like I either watch something.
Did you ever see Jacob's Ladder? That's a good one.
I don't know.
It's Tim Robbins in a horror film.
And
It's
all of that
one of the
sounds
best things I've
familiar,
ever
but
seen.
I have no memory of those things.
sweet ass fucking leg of mine.
What?
It's a callback joke. He's telling me he misses his leg. The cannibal, right?
The cannibal thing, and also y'all said.
Look, now we had to explain the joke.
Right, yeah.
Are you happy?
And you guys just said Tim Robbins, right?
yeah,
He's
yeah. Yeah.
also the-
Oh yeah, Tenacious D.
Yeah, where he's like, I missed that sweet ass fucking leg of mine.
Oh,
Whatever.
See, that's the one I was missing for sure.
Well.
Oh man, yeah. Let's sit back. Clap if you've been raped. That was my callback.
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna get real, I'll keep clapping.
That was the Latin.
I
beat.
love clapping at really bad jokes at open mics.
Do you ever do that just to like build someone's confidence, or
No,
you're
never.
I'm doing it to break them down because they shouldn't be up there. They're trash.
I wouldn't say that because I'm pretty trash myself, but it's just when somebody's up there and it's like, yeah, that's like when fuck women, or they'll be like not saying the N-word, but they're definitely like doing a black voice, and I'll just be like,
Oh, okay.
Oh man. So are you okay? So you're not
start
for
with
black
slow
voice.
no, I'm for black voice, just do it right.
Just don't fuck it up. That's good.
It's if
That's a solid stance.
things are offensive if they're not funny. I think that's what it comes
Yeah,
down
if
to.
That's
it's
where.
funny,
Well,
it's
no,
funny.
think about it.
Right.
It's offensive to the year. If it's not funny,
Yeah,
it's offensive
it
to the
makes you
year. If
think
it's
about
just
the wrong
offensive, it's
things.
offensive to the year. It's the same.
If it's funny but offensive, it makes you think.
You
it's
just
the
laugh
exact
at it. You
opposite
don't give it
feeling.
another. You give it like a maybe I shouldn't laugh, and they're like, ah.
Like even racial shit. You know, it's like racial jokes. It comes down to whether people, if you laugh at yourself and other people,
Yeah.
it's almost like bringing people together because we're all laughing at ourselves.
yeah.
But there's a line to where like if it's not funny, you think about the exact opposite thing.
Yeah,
Of,
you're
like,
like,
they're
oh, okay, this
segregating
really
us.
isn't funny. You're just
Yeah.
a fucking asshole.
Right.
And it's so I really for
You know,
for
I think
whatever
there.
it is.
I think there
it-
will be a day once when racial humor will make its way out. I think I think
I
that will
agree.
come at a point. And probably once everybody's fine with everyone's sexuality, those jokes will kind of like work their way out.
There will be no jokes in the utopia then, you know.
I think sense of humor will be different. I think
Now,
I think joke structure.
We talked about people like way ahead.
Yeah,
of
when
us
they build legs
to where
and
like,
arms on your Google Home to come and run
Well,
over and jerk you off.
that'd be sweet. I'm with that. But we talked about things way further to the point of like mixing. There's no races anymore. You know, we've talked about like you've mentioned many times about how you think the Greys are
Wait,
like
hold on.
time travelers.
I thought of something crazy.
What?
Okay, I think
No,
tell
wait.
us.
I don't. Is this race? Is this a racist thought? I don't think so. I don't know. I have not. Hey, folks, we're entering uncharted territory here. Look in, one viewer.
If it's from love.
Oh, that's us.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just, okay. Here's a stupid thought. Okay, so the Mexican people were created from Spanish people coming over and having sex with the
Mayans.
the Mayans. They asked, any region. Fuck it, broad.
I'm just
Okay,
that was a
but
joke
create.
from
There
also.
was there was such an influx of these people fucking these people that there was new people.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so
I follow you.
we just have to wait for the next
Let's have an orgy.
Russia
You wanna have an orgy?
exploded.
Yeah.
They're coming over here. It's like then we're all fucking. We're having a great time. Is that like new people? That is the dumbest thought I've ever.
Wait, no, say it again.
Well,
Say-
you
say
are you're blending a culture more. So you would be introducing a large portion of Russian culture to American culture. So that
Yeah,
would,
but then I guess they would have to move because like the Spanish didn't really stay in Mexico. Think about that. It's just Mexican people now. But I guess
they hold on to the Spanish culture. Most of them are Catholics and they speak
Oh.
Spanish.
Yeah. Okay. Wait.
You know what I think of?
This is really complex.
Well, what I think of is the actual like the diseases that different cultures are used to. So like when people travel abroad,
We were talking
they get
about
sick.
culture and
Corona?
people.
Have you guys heard
Listen,
of coronavirus?
Listen. No,
Pretty scary.
is that the Chinese
Yeah,
thing
that's the
going
thing.
on right now? That's
1,000
just crazy.
people are sick now.
Yeah.
And 800 have died.
But anyway, I hope.
What?
But anyway,
Yeah.
no, I heard. Yeah, that was yesterday. I feel.
Yeah,
like.
which
But
Somebody
we
needs to
handled-
blow up a city before it gets all of
we
us.
handled SARS like 15
see,
years
that's
ago
a
in China.
that's
We're
a weird
good.
approach. But what I'm saying is like the so if I think we're eventually naturally going to combine all different originalities of DNA together.
Yeah.
And once that becomes a singularity, we will have the most extreme and the most extreme on both ends of superhuman ability and disease at that point, because every bit of our ancestors' DNA that gave us certain aspects that were positive and certain ones that were negative from every point of the earth, right? And so once we fully mix, we'll have Superman
Hell
and
yeah,
Lex
baby.
Luthor.
We're bringing back skull measurements, boys.
No, I don't. I
That's
think
not
it'll
what
get
I'm
to a point.
saying.
I think it'll get to a point if you get to that singularity, you're going to eventually either breed out those diseases. Well, diseases
There'll
change
be
all the
new
time.
ones and
New ones will pop up. Yeah.
exponentially bigger ones is my point.
Well, they
There's a-
adapt.
Well, as much as we use antibiotics, like and viruses are just getting stronger, bacteria is getting stronger.
I mean, it's exciting. Again, that will be a literal world where
Well,
there
see,
will be
that's
a
why
Superman
there's-
and a Lex Luthor. There will be a literal, like, a balance between
There's
how
always a
far the human
balance.
body can go, further than
Right.
we've ever seen in history.
But like what you're saying is you're just illustrating like the balance in the universe, because like without one there can't there has to be one for the other to exist. And
well, it's also
they
like I was talking about.
always
It's
will.
a genetic thing, right? It's like we're taking every bad and every good from every point of genetics that have happened on the earth.
right.
And they're gonna reach points in both directions that we've
Yeah.
never seen.
You ever seen the
before.
Time Machine, dog?
What?
What?
The Time Machine.
The Time Machine.
The Time Machine, dog.
The Time Machine. Yeah. So
Movie?
this dude travels forward in time so much that humanity has split off into two factions, like highly evolved tree
Oh, I like
people,
that.
highly evolved tree people, and
Tree people?
troglodytes. people that live underground.
You guys ever hear like
that.
really nerdy white guys who will try and say like old timey insults? They'll be like, "Oh, she's a troglodyte." It's like,
You
I've-
trollop.
I've never.
yeah, you
heard
try.
that.
I hate that. And it's like, my buddy's brother works at Domino's and he says shit like that.
It's like, motherfucker, you work at Domino's.
Yeah, you're not impressing anybody by saying, "Oh, she's a trop." It's like, yeah, she's still not gonna fuck you.
Yeah, dude. She still lets dudes pay her for her to suck their dick, and she will not suck your dick because you say the word trollop.
Trop because
Oh,
trop,
that's sad.
trop and troglodyte.
Just throw her some bucks.
Then you've dude, I used to love the thing where you could like make up Shakespearean insults. The one I'll always remember is common kissing canker blossom.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a long time ago.
That's a good one.
There was an Apple. What was that one? I forget.
Oh, dude, you're a base court apple john.
Yeah.
Dude, calling
Was that what it
someone a
was?
base court
That's-
apple
yeah,
john
that's
is
what
like a knife in the heart.
I just
But it's for a dude. That one's for like a. You're like a dude. I think that's an insult for. So your first insult was for a prostitute. The second one was for the John. It literally has John in it.
Okay.
I don't test me. I'll look him up.
Dude, I test you. What's your
You
meme?
test me?
My meme is
I'm not
you
just
know
gonna keep
those,
looking shit up. Don't. I'll chop your finger. I'll cut that fucking finger off if you point that at me again.
Cut my
Dude.
finger off.
how do you guys
Don't
feel?
make me go get some
Wait.
snips.
Yeah, how you guys feel about rapper last week?
Haha.
Or-
I like more like that's good.
yeah.
No, that's weird. You gotta do the high one. Do the high one again. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
good. That's a good one.
Oh, that one's okay too. Yeah. That's some DeBaby shit.
Okay. I love that we've gotten
Screaming.
back to
One?
mouth noises.
Have you got one?
What are mouth noises? Show me mouth noises. We've talked about this before. It's a very impressive thing that people have signature mouth noises.
Oh yeah, like we've decided
Have you
that
guys
Tim
heard-
Allen created the first like tag. Yeah,
Yep,
that's
got it.
yeah.
Okay, now do.
You know, you used to grunt on stage. I fucking hate Tim Allen.
No,
that's
but see,
that's
the
one
ones-
reason
do-
I haven't killed myself. It's just like I have to outlive him.
Jump to you like hip hop, right? So
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
Lil Wayne's like thing? He's mouth noise he makes before he
I don't know.
goes. It's always. Everything he's ever done except for pop songs, like I would say 78%.
They're like Chance
of
the
shit,
Rapper.
shit always goes. Yeah. What's do Megan Thee Stallion? You know hers. Everybody's got their own little thing now, you know.
Yeah, Cardi B has like a shit
Yeah.
ton.
She has a ton.
I like that video on YouTube where it's just her making noises at her
Dude, she's
at her
a
award
genius in a
show.
weird
She
way,
just
you
goes.
know? Dude, it's so funny that she's like, I don't know. I think she's a genius.
Yeah.
I think she figured out things that people have been. Everybody tries. She just figured out how to be, where to be.
Dude, her Instagram is stupid. She's been like walking around in like leather dominatrix shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird. Like dresses with just like zippers and things on them that don't do anything. Just a shit ton
Yeah.
of zippers placed on
It's
them.
like MJ,
And-
bro. How is it not?
How is it like Michael Jordan?
Michael Jackson.
You
Wait.
dick. I'd cut your dick off if I had scissors right now.
Go get the scissors. I'll whip my dick out right now.
Oh man.
Dude, I'm watching this show right now called I Am a Murderer, and it is like
Not making a murderer.
No,
You're
it's-
already the murderer.
Yeah, yeah, that's the actual subtitle line of it. I am a murderer. Kind of
Not
like
ma-
making the murderer,
but
but
after
I'm
the
already
fact.
a murderer. But it's like they actually go in and interview people on death row and kind of tell their story of like the crime
There's a
they
really good
committed.
Werner Herzog documentary about that. It's fucked.
Oh shit.
I like it.
There's
This is
this
a
guy-
man who has shot a man in the face and then had
There's
sex with
man
a hole.
here who has been on suicide watch for 3 months.
I'm so tired.
His clinic is coming up. He is being tested soon. I love that in that documentary. There's just this guy who's like, yeah, I murdered a family of 3, but
Oh damn!
you know,
I like
I'm
that.
praying. I'm going to heaven. You know, Jesus thinks I apologized.
I
I'm going.
apologize. That's good.
Yeah, like, buddy, just like tell everybody you're going to hell. Pray. You know, in your meantime,
Just own up to that until then.
until. Oh man,
Until they're laying you down on the table and
Hey.
they're like, I lied about everything. I'm going to heaven.
boys, this abdomen right here.
So if you don't admit, no, that wouldn't work like that.
Boys, this abdomen right here.
So if we,
You
got
got pee
pee?
again.
Dude, these Miller High Lifes go straight through.
did you chuck that 40 already?
No, he's
I got a quarter left.
It's more than a quarter.
that's
It's like
about a third.
Yeah.
Get it down to a quarter, then you can
Just
pee.
go ahead and chug it.
Dude, we're gonna kill this child.
What? Dude, imagine if we had
That's
some.
about 15%.
This is the exact reason why we can't have people underage on
Yeah.
this show. Because some people hit us up. What the dude was like 14.
Yeah, dude, there was a
That's what I'm saying.
14-year-old rapper that hit
And
us
I
up
would
to be
love-
on here.
I'd love to do.
I'll stay for this. Wait, 1 second.
No, that's it. I would love.
That's
to,
really it. I had to tell him no.
Yeah.
He was like, my mom's gonna bring me. We
Yeah.
were like, no.
No, I would love to interview that person like outside of this setting. You know?
Yeah.
But in
Like
this
outside
setting,
of this
shit.
room, outside of your
I'll be
house.
home, I'm just hanging
Like-
out with some new friends. Yeah, they're from elementary
I-
school.
yeah.
What the fuck?
I honestly like feel like this.
You're poking
room-
him.
I'm getting...
Sorry.
Did you see my stomach
Yeah.
smack
I'm trying.
against the wall?
On my bad.
Oh, fuck.
No, dude, I would love to have a beer bong in here and a 3-foot bong, and we have people like hit some crazy.
We need
shit.
like a ceiling cam
You know what I
that'll
mean?
get like the whole
Yeah.
room. We need to downsize in here.
But I would love to have guests do some like beer bongs and real huge bongs.
Yeah, we need a bigger room and some more cameras.
Yeah. Well.
Stealing one of his cigarettes.
Oh yeah, I love it. They're so special to me, even though it's nothing. It's so special. Damn, dude. How much bad shit do you wish you could do? Like, what is the thing you miss most about doing bad shit?
The pain it caused.
Other people? Or in your life, like, no, tell me the real. Tell me the real about the come on. You know what I was talking about.
About the come on.
About the come on. I like the switch, yeah. No. Tell me.
I heard
no,
a
no, no.
really good laugh in here while I was gone.
Dude, he won't talk to me about his real life. He's lying.
I'm lying apparently. He asked me to tell him what I miss most about doing bad shit.
Oh. Okay.
And then I told him the pain it caused.
Oh, that's a really
But
gay answer.
but he wouldn't go any further. Is
No.
the pain it caused you or other people?
Well,
which
you-
one do you miss?
Hey man.
Because it's both.
It's just
Maybe
the overall
I miss
experience. No. What I miss most about doing bad shit.
Yeah, like it can be something really specific, you know.
It
I do
could
miss
just be
both,
the most
though.
specific thing you can think of, maybe something embarrassing, or
Yeah, like just rat yourself out.
just trying to, yeah.
It sounds like you stole candy bars. The pain it caused me.
Nah, I used to do some bad shit.
No, what do you miss?
What do I miss?
All that matters is you're better now.
I think you answered already.
Got
That's
it.
really,
Guys.
I
But
think
I
you
don't-
really.
But no, I don't.
$1
It's
off.
the first
Oh.
thing. It's the first thing off your head.
That was just the first
I think-
funny thing I could think
I
of
think,
to say.
like- What?
That was the first funny thing I could think of to say.
No, I think it was real. I think it was the first thing you could think of to say.
Okay.
It was real.
Hey,
Well,
look. if
I'm
you're
I'm
a-
prepared to like put up a wall right now and get super defensive and loud.
The way I'll
Okay.
say it.
I am
How many
too.
viewers do we actually have? Like, it's not like a. how many on average? Maybe I don't know.
There's
It's less than 100 people.
unless,
Yeah.
Spotify.
You're not gonna get canceled now. For
Oh, no, we
whatever
don't-
You say.
No, it's not that. No, it's not that at all. It's Just what do I miss most about the bad shit I used to do? Well, I don't really miss a whole lot of it at all. Like,
Oh, it costs you too much stress.
it cost me cost me stress, cost me years of my life. Like, I'd be so much farther if the bullshit I
I thought
was
you were about
into.
to give me more points on your fingers. Look at me.
I have to elaborate first.
You don't
Toby.
go from the pinky unless you got the full 5, bruh.
I'm a really good friend to Toby, but he's a bad friend to me.
Are you bad friend? Man?
I'm a bad friend. Wow. You know? Like that's worse than hearing a lot of things that I've heard in my life.
Oh wow, I didn't mean to affect you so
I'm a
thoroughly.
bad
I thought you
friend.
would have taken that with a grain of salt, since
Oh,
this
so
is
you want me
a
to say
fucking
you.
comedy podcast.
This isn't a comedy podcast.
Comedy.
We
If you-
lied to
if you
you.
haven't
This is
noticed-
real.
This
Dude.
is a dramatic.
I don't care. You know what the
This is
best part
actually
about that is?
scripted.
I can go a long time without being funny, without anybody being like, "This is a comedy podcast. Why- funny man tell jokes."
Yeah, no, it ain't like that. We talk a lot about being depressed and suicidal.
I want
Hey,
to hear.
um,
I want to hear
boys,
some real shit.
boys.
Sad boys for life.
So talk to me again. Tell me something. Tell me something sad.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
mean-
like,
I want to hear something
What do you want to? What do you want?
real as fuck.
you want to
real
hear something
fuck.
real as fuck?
Okay, here's something real. I'm afraid every time I get on stage. That's why I've had to go on back a lot of medicine again.
What kind of
Is-
medicine? That's real as fuck.
There's fucking blood pressure meds, anxiety meds. I'm on a low dose of benzos. I was abusing them
Oh,
pretty
shit.
hard back in the day.
That's a few.
Oh no, there's more. There's
Oh
Deplin.
damn.
For why?
And I'm mentally ill. I don't like to say that word.
No.
There's kind
Well,
of like
no.
a stigma
What
to
I
that
mean is,
word, too.
okay. So also, you're also talking to an insane person, two insane people. So
We've
like,
both been
Well, I'm
diagnosed
just-
because
with
I don't
crazy
like
shit.
to be on the medicine. It's just I go really off the rails.
in
I
what
really
kind
thi-
of way?
I get very destructive. I drink a lot. I do a lot of other stuff, and then panic attacks and public meltdowns.
That's
and
nothing.
stuff.
Yeah. Are you? So do you have any? But to you, does that mean that, like, is a pill easier than, like, trying to?
No, I'm trying to get back to square one, and then I'm trying to eat healthier now. I mean, I know I'm drinking and smoking, but
Yeah.
when I'm just trying to drink less. I mean, I'm still getting kind of shitty every night, but I'm not shit faced or like
Bro,
blackout
just
anymore.
Get to
every
your
night.
get to ciders and
Does-
some wine, and then switch to American spirits, so you're not smoking carpet glue.
yeah, absolutely.
And just like eat real food.
No, I eat real food. I've been cooking. I noticed there was a point where, so with stand up,
Those are fair steps. You
Yeah,
gave really fair steps.
I'm just because one thing that I'll do is I'll try to jump too far ahead, be like changing all this shit. Here we go, and it
Baby
never,
steps.
it never works out if you just do that. If you do just small, okay, living day by day.
Yeah.
Here we go. Just don't fuck up today.
And there are
It's a lot
probably some supplements and some other things that you could
Well,
do.
I'm on another medicine, Deplin. I actually have this brain thing. My brain doesn't create folic acid.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's
What
the.
have you had all these tests to get all these pills? Have you had a lot of
I've
therapy?
had-
How can
I've
you
had-
afford this?
I can't. It's
Well,
actually
no, have you
quite a
had,
bit.
have you had a lot of,
But it
is
makes
a
me feel
therapist?
normal.
Is it a therapist that's
It's a
prescribing all this shit?
Well, I went to Valley in high school twice.
Bump
and,
it.
Bump it.
I fucked
bump
a lot of girls that went there.
Fuck it, bump it.
I get a bump for that?
Right
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
I was still
Damn.
wearing those anime
Oh,
shirts
look.
when I was in there, so it was a lot harder.
I was in Valley for like 3 months.
See, I never did that, but they wanted to send me to Atlanta to Peachtree
Oh fuck.
after so I went once and I went again and I went up for another week, and this is in the span of like 2 months.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah, we may want to send him to like Peachtree." I hate to name that. Who cares? It's our country, our hospitals. I'll tell which one
Yeah.
I was gonna get sent to. They're like, we're gonna put him
Whoa.
on lithium and send him to Atlanta, and like my dad was like, hey, no, like he's fucked, but
Yeah.
no.
No, dude, lithium's bad.
No, they put me on Seroquel once. And that's the closest
sending
thing I can
me.
think to like
Yeah.
lithium.
Yeah, I was on Seroquel, Wellbutrin, Risperdal.
I never did Risperdal. It gave my friend Dave tits. He actually lactated.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a comedian. Hey, what's up, Dave? Love you.
What up, Milky
You're my
Tits?
boy. What's up, Milky Tits? I don't know if he told that to me in confidence or not. I haven't-
Probably.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean,
Comedy makes you an
confidence?
alcoholic.
Is that what
yeah.
Damn,
You need a lighter, bud?
I do.
But yeah, I had, they did a lot of diagnosing. Something that they're coming to
I'm okay. Do
recently
you want
is
this?
yeah, sure.
Why don't you smoke weed like? What's wrong?
Why don't I smoke my weed like you want to?
Yeah, like that. You're so different.
I'm so different.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just. I really
No
like to
excuse.
watch the progressions in the podcast to see how Toby goes from being like waking up sober to drunk.
Yeah, I woke up a few hours ago for sure.
Yeah.
I woke up like 45 minutes before that.
Hell
I
yeah.
like it, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I've been
man.
up since 8.
What is wrong with you, Dave?
What's wrong with me? I mean, I'm
Everything's
also
so
a very
right.
fucked up person. I just
Yeah.
don't.
So tell me the truth about this.
What?
How much better do you feel when you were go back to when you were reveling and relishing in your sickness, and then go to where
Okay.
you are now?
Well, I mean,
As
I
far
was
as, like,
never
mental
I'm,
health.
I'm never like a.
Well, I have a different perspective on this too. Like,
Yeah?
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to cut you off.
What's your perspective?
It's a podcast. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just like when I was reveling in it. Sure, I was because I had a intervention for Christmas. Like,
That's a good present.
yeah, my dad gave me a book wrapped in foil, and it was a self-help novel.
What the
about a
fuck?
guy who went to the Holocaust. It's Viktor Frankl's
Oh,
Man's
God.
Search for Meaning.
Wow.
And I was just like, and then I started. I didn't even unwrap it. I just looked at both of my parents and then walked into the bathroom and started sobbing. And
Should have hit him.
well, it's because it's a self-help novel if it's wrapped in foil.
Yeah.
Of
course.
You're like, I know what that is.
Oh man, why?
But see, for me,
But
Why
no,
would,
it's I wouldn't say that I revel in it. It's more of a it kind of after okay.
no, it's
there-
fun
there-
to.
No,
yeah.
there's a certain amount of reveling in it. Like Henry Rollins always said, when I was at my lowest, I could perform at my best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like I skipped far past that, like through most of December, and I was just kind of running on nothing.
This is
on
why
stage.
you have nightmares.
Oh yeah.
gonna say.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. There's
No,
a
I feel
burp
it.
for the
I feel
audience.
it.
A little less.
Well, see, my thing isn't substances. Like I'm a recovering sex addict.
Sex addict.
Yeah. So like that was my thing. So like getting cut up, like I always have a really good tolerance, and like I can cut myself off of
Yeah.
substances.
That's
I've
something I'm
never
jealous
had
of.
I've
never had a problem with it.
Yeah.
But see, like I couldn't.
Your addiction is more physical.
Yeah. It's also an ego thing. It's because I wanted to be worshipped. I wanted people to like
Well, I mean,
fall over
I
me.
feel the same thing
Um,
with stand up, as shitty as that sounds, or just stage performance in
Yeah.
general. It's that small bit, that small rush you get from the people are taking the time to look
Yeah.
right here and laugh.
Yeah.
Or, it's like it's like, and then that drives you for a few days. Then, which it's why I do 8 open mics a week.
Yeah.
See,
It's
you guys connect on a level that I don't, because
So-
both of you are performers, and can
But I
like,
wouldn't
like
necessarily
to,
say it's performance. I'd say it's instant gratification. Do you like instant gratification?
no, I like a payoff. I like to work on something. I like to be more alone than anything, and like both of you can.
No, it's the same thing because comics work a lot at their material. I'll work. I've been working since last summer to get even a good 5 minutes now, and I'm still adding in new shit. It's the same thing that if somebody were to see your music work and they were like, I really like the sound design on this. I really like what you do.
But
with
I'd
the
rather
vocals.
him not know who I am if I had a choice. I'd rather me just know that they like it, and like.
No, that's good, but if you were to get that more often, it becomes an addiction because you're just like, I need this instant gratification. Not instant, because it's not always instant. The more you think about it, when you perform, you're doing material you've been working on for a few months to a few weeks. And I guess it's yours is
I
on
know
a
what
much
you mean.
longer
Yeah.
timeline.
Well, we used to play music together. We used to be in a band together.
So how
we
would you
used to-
feel? Did you
I
never
actually
got that?
had a dream about us playing music last night. It was
fuck
one of
yeah.
my fucking nightmares.
Yeah.
It was-
Okay, so
I-
did
Well,
you
a lot of
remember-
the times he would get extremely drunk
yeah.
while playing. Like, so throughout the sets, he would get like a little bit more.
I've done that through shows.
I just had it was a weird dream to where like
The
the
roasted-
place it was like the place we were playing kept getting moved, and then we ended up in this really nice room. We were all comfortable, everything was set up, and then we got pushed onto the roof to play,
Oh hell yeah!
and I had to climb up this hot metal roof to get up there.
Beatles don't let
That's part of my fucking.
Now see, I've
dream,
always wanted to do that.
and it was really
that
painful.
would be so cool.
No,
Guys,
it was
so you
really
did-
painful getting up there. And the whole time up there, I was like, are we doing like, I was fully aware of what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Because I knew you were there. And I was like, are we doing, like, some hip-hop newer shit?
Yeah.
And then my mind told me no. Like,
Oh.
you're doing something else. And I was like, I don't know. When he's throwing gang signs at you.
Wait.
But,
Use your words.
I didn't want
yeah,
to.
it was weird. It was weird as fuck. And I always have, like, I mean, my nightmares are like probably better than most, but I have them every night just about, and they're always situations that are just set
Mine
up
are
for
pretty
me.
situational too.
Yeah, they're always they're set up to where I'm really pressured and
Yeah.
uncomfortable, and I have to somehow work my way through it, out of it, or wake up.
I remember, like, okay, so I wanted to make this point earlier when we brought this up that I think that artists and creatives have nightmares, because I also have nightmares. Most of my dreams are
Yeah.
what can be considered nightmares. At this point, I'm used to them.
A lot of
Like,
pressure.
so it doesn't.
Well,
right?
Well, it's
You
like
know?
it's pressure. I'm either like searching for someone
So,
or
yeah,
something.
I get
Like
what you
a lot
mean.
of my dreams
Yeah.
are in this one house
it's
that is
set-
massive and always kind of shifting.
I
They're
believe
always in that one house.
Mostly.
Mostly?
I have
We
similar
need to get
dreams.
you out of
in
that
the-
house. I'm sorry, but I need to get you out of that house. You don't need to be in one house.
Well, it's like a lot of the times
you don't want to
I know
live
it's
anywhere. I just
The rooms are always shifting. The
God,
rooms are
no.
different,
I
but
know,
it's
but you
I
need to
can
get-
always
what I-
tell that it's the same house.
this actually
that
goes
could
back.
be. That's almost lucid, right? Because you're almost aware of the house is your mind.
I can go lucid
The house-
sometimes.
but I'm gonna get you out of that fucking house a couple times.
I've been
No, of
outside of
course.
it before. I've
No,
gotten
yeah,
out
that's-
before.
Yeah.
The whole principle that is like what I was gonna say earlier is like I have dreams similar to that. Actually, so it's where I'll go down a hallway
Yeah.
and it'll just end in these all twisty, windy
Kubrickian.
curves. Yeah, very very much so.
It's Kubrickian.
And the hallways will just get smaller, and I can't fit through them, so that you just feel like you're at this dead end. Something else that I was going to say, the deep shit earlier, was that I've been doing good in stand up recently, but I'm afraid when is it going to not be funny anymore at all?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And that's a constant.
Or if you were
fear.
ever funny, that's
it's also like the fear
it's a
of
syndrome, you know. It's
the
like,
fear of success and the fear of of never
It's-
accomplishing anything.
It's its own
Like-
self-sabotage, and what I wanted to get back to the
Imposter syndrome. We were talking
Imposter
about
syndrome.
it's exactly imposter
Yeah.
syndrome. You don't realize, but
We're all best friends now. We're all sad
Yeah, what the
boys.
fuck happened?
Yeah.
No, I love. This is the only. Sometimes I mean, we don't get to say this shit in our normal lives.
no,
Oh,
of
shit.
course, yeah. You
So
don't
fuck.
you don't get to talk about this stuff. I
Hit
have
this shit, Davey, or we have a problem.
Fine, I'll hit my weed.
Yeah, you had.
Davey, hit your weed so I feel better.
It's not about that. You do not
I
understand me. at
love
all.
you. I love you.
You look.
I
At
love
it as
you.
Such
Shut
a,
up.
As such a minute thing, I'm just trying to get you fed.
I'm just trying to feed your soul, brother.
And you're making it seem like such a surface thing.
Motherfucker, I gotta go grocery shopping after this.
yeah, he doesn't want to get too. If you notice that you get too high to go grocery shopping, you're just like, I want all of
You have
this.
to go grocery
Dude,
shopping.
I get anxiety.
I don't. I'm rolling
Well,
around
my
like
bad.
going.
Hey,
da,
shit,
da, da,
why did
da,
you- why
da,
did you
da,
tell me that?
I get anxiety when I'm
Shit.
like the only time I don't have like social anxiety is when I'm performing, either when I'm on set or when I'm like up on
That's so
stage.
true.
I get in a
I love
headspace too. I actually.
I don't think I've ever said that.
I had a wait. What'd you say?
I said I loved him.
Oh,
Hey,
I
me
don't think I've
too.
ever said that before. But no, it was because
that's so sweet.
it's because I saw how crazy he was, and I relate so much that I said. I had to say
Oh,
it.
I only feel not crazy or like a failure when I'm doing the things that I'm good at.
That's
When
exactly
you're
when I
caught
get
up.
up on stage and I'm doing stand up. I remember one time I had a panic attack during my set. Or I mean it was already happening, but I had to get up stage and I didn't remember a single fucking thing. Blank.
How does that feel? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no, I didn't. Okay, so there have been times where I don't remember what I'm gonna say on stage and I just freeze up. And that happened back in the early days, and I was just like, "This is the most horrifying."
What's your
thing.
way of working out at freezing?
I would say
Heat it up.
a lot of improv helps. That way, that even if you're at your drunkest, shittiest, or most vulnerable mental state, you can just you can riff for about a minute or so or a few seconds just to get back to what you were trying to say. Like just start running through stuff, and it gets a lot easier where you can just keep riffing as you go. But the thing that where was I? Shit.
Just riff, you'll get back.
I wanted to
Yeah,
know.
hey, just riff, I'll get back.
No, I wanted
it's
to know.
not.
I wanted to know your way of getting past the freezing. Is what you were explaining.
Your way of getting past the freezing and it's stupid. But you have to realize it isn't rocket science. It's barely even dental work. What you're doing.
That's a good one.
That's
Everyone has their own way of working
Yeah.
through their. You have to get out of your
And
mind a little bit.
I'll be honest with you. I've been doing comedy for 3 years and some months. Now, only this month, but something you'll realize after time is it starts to. You can still the thing I came back to earlier, where you can still respect the audience's time, but it gets
Yeah.
more and more that you're just like I can still be at 100%, but I'm using this as a outlet, the open mics, to get better. And that's why you constantly fucking write. You have to write all the time. You have to constantly try new shit out. I mean, sprinkle it in with your old stuff just so you can have a good set so you don't shoot yourself next week. But you
Damn, I like that.
you keep working at it. And what was your original question? I think I
How do you
trailed
get
off
away
there.
from? How do you get out of freezing?
Okay, how you get out of freezing is that you one thing that I've found and an acting teacher actually taught me, which is it's a crazy thing because like if you're new and you're bombing on stage, you usually just want to get off. You want to say what you had,
Yeah.
get off the stage, and then just work more next week or next mic you do. But my advice would be something that I started doing when I learned improv is I would, if something wasn't necessarily funny, but I had some high hopes in it. There's some things where I would write jokes and they wouldn't work. You know, of course, because you're constantly writing. You're still not good. I'm only 3 years in. I have to make it to 10 years before I even know 10 or 5 to where I know what I'm doing.
Right.
So what I would do, and what I've been doing recently, is when you don't really know what direction you're going in, just kind of fall into it. And when you fall into it, you'll be surprised to find some other avenues that weren't there before. And I would say record it too. Is something you record your sets. So when you're trying to face the silence or the moments where you don't have anything to say, just keep talking. You'll eventually hit something.
That kind of goes full circle back to the leaning into your mistakes, right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. There is within failure is comedy. I believe. I've laughed hard.
Failure is how you learn comedy, or learn anything.
Comedy is tragedy plus time.
There was a comic the other day that said this comic told this hack joke. He said, I drink my own cum. And he said, it's made blah, 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 extra salty. And she goes, some drunk woman in the audience goes, no one laughs at this joke, by the way. Like, it's just, And the thing that got me is in that moment of silence, somebody says, why is it so salty? And he has a moment where he just snaps back to reality. And the reality of the joke is, well, I drink my own cum. That's why it's salty. You've kind of ruined the joke. And that's what he said. And everybody died laughing. It's like you take a not funny joke and then just go, okay, that was shit.
That's why comedians have plants in the audience.
This wasn't a plant. This is a beautiful old 45-year-old woman in America.
You into cougars, bro?
Nah, dude. I mean a little bit.
What you like? Describe your person that you want to fuck every day.
Answer to drunk Toby.
I'm not doing it. I plead the fifth.
Why? Why is that a problem?
Toby, describe your perfect person to fuck on the daily.
I've got a first.
It's different if you don't have one. You're just like, I'm going to describe my beautiful girlfriend or wife, and it's just me going, this is the perfect woman.
No, it's not like that. It's like, just like something, build the life around the whole.
She definitely has to not hate me for doing stand-up. I'll say that.
Okay. It will, dude, it does take a sick individual. So one thing I've learned is that sick people don't attract healthy people.
Oh, yeah. I've learned that.
So the person that can put up with you, you're going to have to put up with plenty of shit, too.
Yeah.
That does not make sense.
What doesn't make sense?
No, so you put out, you attract back. It's I guess I don't want to say the law of attraction, but
what?
I think it's almost the reverse of that. But
you're like, sick people exclusively attract healthy people.
Yeah, because they're trying to fix them.
They want to fix me.
Have you guys
had But that in itself is a character defect, which makes them a crazy person.
I'm tired.
Have you guys
Well, you don't want to be fucking what's his name on Tiger Belly?
Oh, Bobby Lee?
Yeah, you don't want to be.
I love Bobby Lee.
I'm just saying, it's like, I don't want to be shitting my back.
He will shit and pull his dick out anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
You heard about The Office, like the writing room he took a shit in and then just left.
He does that all the time.
And let them all come in.
So,
pulled out his penis a lot, too.
Like,
oh,
that's an extreme.
He'll pull his dick out anywhere.
That's an extreme.
Jesus.
Don't you want
Doug
to be
Stanhope does the same
Don't
thing.
you want to be with your nurse and you be their nurse? Isn't that like the love or whatever?
Love or whatever, like when you fucking would do anything for someone.
I mean, imagine getting tiresome.
You're each other's nurses.
Yeah.
And therapists. And bankers and
boys. That's been we're at like over 2.5 hours.
Don't
Jesus
call us
Christ.
boys.
Yeah, don't call. Hey,
This is racist.
Young gentlemen,
respect.
squires.
Yes.
I'll kill you if you call me a squat.
Yes, our young ward over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him in the head.
Here's a
You want it
gun.
now?
Here's a gun. Yeah, shoot me in the fucking head live
Oh,
on the
you got-
podcast.
Are we doing this?
You know what's great?
Is
I've
this
gone
a
through.
snuff? Is this just a long build up to a snuff film?
Yeah.
That
Whatever. Exactly what you
You know how
wanted.
funny that snuff
Yeah.
film would be?
It would be hilarious.
So anyway, I went to
Holy
the
shit.
Yeah.
So
And
we
then
need a CGI guy. We need a guy on the
a
computer.
CGI
just
guy.
just a podcast, just some go. So the other day I went to the store and something funny happened, and just you going.
blowing brains out.
And then you're just like, no, just keep talking.
Let's just kill some people.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no.
I'm
yeah,
not-
no.
I'm never gonna do that again, Toby.
Well, what if
Okay.
you really listen to me? What if I get a good argument going?
To
I
go
think I
kill
could-
someone?
I think I could get you to kill somebody.
Okay. Well, I mean, as soon
I'll
as you
see you
stand
guys-
up on something and say something with authority, I'm in.
I'd love to be like, hey, I'd like to be on the podcast next week.
Am I-
And then- hey,
the wings
no,
of an eagle.
I just look on the news.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. We had one guy come on, and we made this joke while we were talking, and it was just kind of an aside where
Oh, I love that dude though.
yeah, no, he's a great guy, and I was just as an aside, I was just like, oh yeah, just so you know, we brought you here because we're gonna kill you. Okay, anyway, and then, like,
And it threw him off. for
it
sure.
threw him off. It fucked him up. Like,
Oh shit. dude.
yeah, I felt bad. I was like, please apologize to
Hey,
him
right
for that.
here.
I was like, damn,
Right
I didn't
here.
mean to do that
Nope.
because I was just like,
No.
I was like, we're time travelers. We've lived for thousands of years, and this has all just led up to bringing you here to sacrifice you. And it fucked
You
him
went a
up.
little far, I think.
That's
for
the
him,
point.
like,
It's
yeah.
comedy.
Did he get too high?
You take it. Yeah, he got too high and got
Well,
paranoid.
that's his
about
fault.
It. Yeah.
What is comedy though? You know.
Anything that's
Don't
funny.
give me some.
Oh,
fucking
okay.
algorithm.
What is comedy?
Dude, he asks this shit all the time.
What
He's
is
like, what is
art?
art? What is
We've
comedy?
talked about that.
I
several
think
times.
it's
What is
art to a certain extent.
Comedy?
No.
Yeah, we know comedy's art, but he's like just the broad question
Comedy
of what
is
is
a
art.
type of art. Yeah.
Comedy is, I don't know. I think we need it.
Oh, absolutely.
If I didn't laugh, I'd kill myself.
Yep.
That's
Oh, that's
Bottom line.
Probably the best answer.
Yep.
I mean, comedy. That's literally saying comedy is a medicine, laughter is a medicine.
And you know what, guys? I think that's what we're gonna end the stream on.
Except for Patch Adams, he made those kids very sad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, thank you so much, Ben Levine, for coming. We're
But he
gonna
killed
have you back
himself, so.
whenever you want. You can come back and be in this room
Oh
whenever
my
you
god,
want.
I would fucking love it, guys. I may be a regular.
Maybe. Whatever you want. Toby
Oh,
has
you
not
give some
answered.
edge.
Toby's like, nah. Toby's like, nah, I don't like him. He's like,
Yes.
strictly ASMR now. All right, go hit us on all the social medias, all that bullshit. You know where it is. Go say hi, subscribe, whatever.
Thanks
go,
for watching.
yeah, go
Or
follow
listening. No one watches.
Ben Levine.
Wherever you're, Angry Mold. I'm gonna change that soon. I've had that name
Oh, I
on
like
Xbox
that.
Live for like 12 years.
Hell yeah. All right, bye.
Woo!